Alrighty, guys. We are
Okay,
about to start off with game one. Hello, Thomas. How are you?
hello. I'm good. I'm good. I was actually a bit confused. Are you muting them?
They are muted on the stream,
Yeah, because that
yes.
was really confusing trying to talk to you and listen to them at the same time.
Yeah, sorry about that. So we are live now. I'm here with Thomas of Zion. He is an avid collector of the game. He's looking to get into playing as well eventually. And we're starting off the Zion Tournament of Zion now with round one. How's it going, Tom? You want to tell us a bit while they set up about how this all came about?
Yeah, so the two players that we see here, Ash is from WA, as you can tell by his map, part of the PX3. But Ryan on the other side, he's a player that when I was looking for mats, I was looking to collect some mats, and I reached out to a couple players, found him, he sourced a few. That's actually got me talking to Benny. He's also in the
Yep.
tournament, and basically, out of that, Benny kind of gave me a bit of a grilling about collectors and players and how don't really, help each other out as much. And so I asked him, I was like, well, what can collectors do? Because for me, like, my passion was the community.
Of course.
And as well, like, you put me on, although I collected, you put me straight onto the Hurstville group,
Yeah.
and Cybermen group and things like that. So, all my connections were players. So
Yeah.
I had a strong connection there saying, well, what can we do? Besides Benny saying cheap SRs, and he said, just give players, play sets of SRs as cheap as possible. I'll see what we can do about that one. But we just brainstormed and came up with this idea of like doing a tournament. So
I really think it's
yeah,
a great idea. I don't think we've seen anything like this in Dragon Ball at all. Like, I can't even think of any overseas things like this where a kind of collection group or collectors group has done this with the players. It's really cool, bridging the gap. And a lot of people, I'm sure, who collect look at the cards and are like, oh yeah, this is beautiful, but they don't actually know what happens, what it does, and they might be interested in that, and maybe be interested in playing if they see it happening and see the cards that they
yeah.
love in game, which is really cool.
Which is funny because one of the things that Shay had said to me early on was like, when I was like, look, I'm thinking about playing, and like one of the things that everyone says, read the cards. It's like, read the cards. Like, you just look how shiny they're. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So there you're like pulling cards, you're looking at it going, wow, this card, which is in our eyes so valuable, you're like, oh, just lets you draw one. Okay, that's pretty boring. Like,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
so
There's
this,
some really, really nice cards that don't do much in the game.
yeah,
Honestly, some of the best looking cards in this game are absolute duds. And you have some with terrible characters, in my opinion,
yeah,
with, really nice artwork, or really bad artwork even, that are really, really good.
no, exactly.
We
And
got,
that's always the funny thing. And
we've
I think
got
that's actually,
people in the
yeah.
chat here. Cerberus, how's it going? Limelight Yo as well. Genuine Collectibles versus PX3. Yep, you got that
All
right.
right, Thomas. We're missing a Simon on table 8, so everyone else has started. Jimmy just can't start because Simon is not at table. He's logging back in.
Okay.
And we should let these guys know. I don't know if you can let them know to start because they're still waiting. The guys on stream here, Tom.
Oh, sorry, lads. You guys can start.
Excellent. Here we
Yeah,
go.
we're just waiting for you. Good luck.
D Mookie, what's up, man? So you can see a cooler, interesting.
Yeah.
Cooler deck is really cool. It's a mill
Oh.
deck, so I don't know if you know the terminology from other card games or Magic. Mill means to win by decking your opponent out, by making your opponent draw their last card, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's
No,
a
don't tell me.
alternate win con.
Ah. Okay. So the other one though,
The other one
is that the Soul Striker?
Soul Striker, yes.
Yeah, I learnt that from the app.
There you
I've
go.
played that one.
This is the rebooted version of that leader from the app, though. This leader has
Okay.
been remade to be better because that was the first starter deck leader, that one. And they remade it a couple of sets ago, and it's actually really, really strong now. Should be a
Okay.
really interesting match. Cooler is a force to be reckoned with. I think there's 2 Coolers in this tournament, knowing one of my players is playing Cooler as well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it should be very good. The players are just doing their mulligans now. If you have questions,
Okay, so
just
yeah,
ask
so
me.
this is for me like understanding, because like when I've so if anyone wants to know, but I've been trying to play. I started off playing the dbscg game on the
Yeah,
mobile
yeah.
app, and it's all pre-made decks. There's nothing fancy. There's no unisons. That's a
Yeah,
lie.
that's true.
So, but the thing for me, which is it's good to learn, but it's also really difficult, is like all this stuff's automated. Like, yeah, you get to pick a card for your life. I get that, but then like, say when things happen like warping, it just disappears off the screen. So I'm like, well, hang on, where do you actually put that? What actually happens to that card? I don't know. So there's certain aspects of that where it just, for me, I'm still really confused because I just don't know what to do with it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I was about to say that's beyond my knowledge. Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. That's what I was looking at. How can I get the chat up?
Oh shit, yeah, I am muted. Whoops. That was embarrassing. I muted myself.
Am I just clicking on the link and just jump on that way?
Yeah, you can just click on the link and it'll show the chat on the side. You can probably mute the video or whatever.
Yeah. The
Sorry
music
guys,
was off
I
funny before.
muted myself because I'm smart. Uh, I was just saying, D Mookie said mill players are superior to normal players. I disagree. I really hate mill. That's terrible. Um, Hellboy, I don't know of a Hellboy deck. No.
So can I just check as well? Were you muted the whole time?
No, no, I muted
Okay,
myself
cool,
because I
cool.
just thought there was double inputs, and I thought there
Yeah,
would be an echo, but no, there isn't. I'm just silly.
yeah, yeah. Fair. All right. No, that's cool. Um, so I'm imagining they are shuffling.
They're
So now they're
starting
picking up their
now.
hand.
So the Soul Striker player started first.
Oh, yep. Okay.
He charged and passed turn straight away.
Oh,
It's an interesting.
yeah.
This is something you won't see in the starter deck game. The cooler player charged a multicolor energy, which means it has to become in rest mode automatically.
Okay.
So you can't use that on the turn it's charged.
No, that makes sense. I get that part.
They're going
So
very
yeah,
fast here.
no, there will be. See, my thing as well. Like, look, I'm not big on like raring out your deck, but
Hmm.
the blank sleeves. Do we not go for anything fancier?
It's very common for people to play. These are probably Dragon Shield sleeves. They're like the best sleeves out there, just because
Okay.
they
Don't say they
shuffle
protect
really well.
Oh,
They-
okay. They shuffle. I was about to say they don't protect the cards.
No. They just shuffle really, really well. I agree on the rare thing. I used to play fully rare, like the max rarity decks, until I started collecting more. And
Yeah.
now I play the most common decks I can because you want to save those rare cards from getting damaged. Turn 3 for the Soul Striker player is playing probably a Unison here. Yes, the Raditz Unison. That's interesting.
Well, we did ask them to spice things up.
Yeah,
So
I
for
haven't
me,
seen
it's
anybody
like.
play that.
So how did his unison start with 3 markers?
Because he tapped 3 energy for it, it starts with 3 markers. So
Okay.
you can tap any amount of energy for a Unison as long as it's more than the specified cost. The specified cost of that Unison is actually 3, so you have to pay at least 3 for it. But if he had 4
Yeah.
energy, he could tap 4 and it would have 4 markers.
Okay.
This leader has a unique awakening. See how he turned to Super Saiyan Blue? Flip the card over.
Yeah.
As long as he has a Unison with a 3 specified cost out, he can awaken no matter what.
So that wasn't in the app.
Yeah.
Definitely not in the app. Definitely not.
No. The old leaders were always 4 or less life.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's special about his unison?
So that
said all
unison, I
rabbits.
believe, has blocker, which works really well with
Oh, okay.
that Goku leader restands your unison at the end of the turn, so it allows your unison to block.
Yep.
Um,
So you can attack in your turn.
yeah,
And then at the end of your turn, the unison is active again, so it can block.
exactly right. Yeah.
I get it.
So we've got
makes sense.
a unison out for the cooler player. We can't see what it is, but
I
can
can't see
tell
it at all.
you that it is Jiren, a 3-cost Jiren leader unison, because I know that deck. Apologies for that shininess. But that unison pluses 1 to gain double strike. It's very powerful.
Yeah. Double strike. I don't deal well with some of these double strike stuff.
Restands on block as well. There you go. So the unison actually restands when it blocks. So it gets a double block.
It gets a double block.
Yes, that's I assume that's what Tim says in the chat. Unfortunately, it's not a unison that's played very often, so I'm not super familiar with the skills on it, so I'm glad someone is there to tell us what it does.
Yeah. No, well, next time I'll make sure that I've read up on that unison specifically.
Yeah, I doubt you'll see it very often again. So
Okay. No, that's fair.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, so I was going to say, when you play, you said the Null Mill, you got Soul Striker there. What is the deck that you prefer when you play? Hang on, is that the Majin Buu?
That is the Majin Buu unison. This is one of, if not the best unison in the game now.
Really?
It's extremely powerful. It allows you to bottom deck one of your opponent's battle cards when your opponent attacks. So the attacking card, you can just put it at the bottom of the deck, which is nice.
What's bottom deck?
So take the card and place it at the bottom of their deck.
So you get to pick? Or is it from his hand?
You get to pick one of their battle cards that's in play. So ideally, your opponent attacks with a big battle card. You say, okay, now that goes to the bottom of your deck, and the battle ends.
That's crazy.
Which is really cool.
That's the new... so he was just comboing with that, was he?
He was, yeah. So that card is... it's a staple, really. When it's in the drop area, you can tap 2 of your energy to draw 2 cards.
Wow, okay.
It's very nice. It's just really nice, especially in blue. You usually have a lot of energy. This leader, when he attacks, he can untap 2 of your energy, which is pretty strong.
When it's awakened. So that functionality still...
It is, yeah, it is. So he is able to untap 2 and then potentially draw 2 from that.
Oh, so yeah, Soul Striker in the app, that was the King Vegeta battle, wasn't it?
That was
and it would come out with the Raditz card that, like, anytime you life tapped,
exactly right.
destroyed your hand or something. What was it? No, it destroyed your energy.
Yeah, it got rid of your energy
revolting.
every time you untapped. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a tough match, that's for sure.
How's it going, guys?
Oh, hello. We got Shay in the chat now, or in voice now.
Hello.
We're just talking about this. We got a cooler player. Soul Striker, I was going to mention, is not playing any battle cards, which he's probably doing that on purpose.
It's cooler.
Because the way cooler works is he needs to have battle cards on the field of your opponent's field to be able to mill his opponent. Because he's not playing battle cards, he's not doing any mill. He is able to mill neg this token that just came out to deal some mill damage. How are the other games going, Shay?
Yeah, how...
Good. There's a really interesting mix of decks out there. Really happy to see Jimmy James running Jiren. So he's up
is that the new Jiren?
Simon right now, yeah, with Simon's Hatchiak, which Simon's been cancerous with since set 8. We've got Android 13. We've got Gotenks, Green Gotenks. We had 2 Vegeks, I believe.
Oh, that's not 13. Close enough. It's close. Well, you know who I'm looking for.
No Dark Brolys, though. No Dark Brolys. Not a Dark Broly to be seen, but we do have a red Broly BR, which is interesting. We have Dylan running Cooler. We also have...
red Broly BR.
Is there no Vegetas? I thought I made that
I've
very
seen-
clear. I'd be biased to Vegeta players.
Well, you should have made that clear before the game.
Okay.
And so we've got Bojack, set 6 Bojack, and set 14 yellow Helku, or Goku Return from Hell, or whatever it's called.
Oh, so we've
Very,
got that. Someone
very-
was asking for the new Super Saiyan 4 leader.
It's in there. It's Mino is running that.
We'll try and
nice.
get that on stream at some point. I'm
I would
disappointed
say-
to hear that there aren't that many set 14 decks. Sounds like Jiren and Goku are the only two, maybe.
Yeah, it looks that way.
I think for me, like, most exciting thing was, like, I know, Sam, you didn't appreciate the group chats, but the one in particular was there was a group of 4 Zion players. We had them kind of like together, and they were just the brainstorming that they were all kind of going at was so good. Daniel Khan as well, like helping each other. They were really trying to like help each other, like build their decks, like going to great. Like I know our chat with the main group, you know, they obviously were probably building their decks privately with them with their team and everything. But yeah, it was cool to just watch those guys because especially today they were going hard. I think Daniel changed his deck like 3 or 4 times, wanting to bring out. I'm gonna get it wrong. 2, I think, yeah, because he said he was going to bring out King Vegeta, possibly. So did you see what he was playing? Oh, Shay's not here anymore, but that's okay.
That wouldn't surprise me. King Vegeta is one of the best decks at the moment.
Yeah.
If not, the top, to be honest. But it's just, still, we haven't had that many tournaments for it to shine because of COVID.
Yeah.
Interesting. On the group chats, yes, I apologize. It's just that I'm in so many, like, if you can imagine about Dragon Ball, it's just like so many.
Especially when I named one, tournament of Zion players, Zion tournament players.
Yeah, I was like, what is this?
I didn't know what to call it. I need to get creative. But yes, yeah, it was a bit confusing. I had a few on mute, and I would periodically go in, catch up, and then
have a look. Yeah. So back to the game. It's very kind of stalematey at the moment. Obviously, who was that? Ryan is playing again, like without playing battle cards most of the time. As I say, he plays a battle card here, but. So it's hard for Cooler to do what he needs to do. And Ryan's game plan, or Blue in general's game plan, is usually to just ramp and get energy up. So you're stalling, you're just waiting until you can play your big cards. So it's working for Ryan at the moment. This Gohan that he's just dropped here means that if his opponent attacks, he needs to bottom deck a card from his hand, I believe.
Okay.
So he's doing that here. So it's kind of what we call a floodgate. It really slows down your opponent because you know that they have to use resources for every attack.
Okay. Yeah.
The thing with Cooler is he can actually do a lot of damage with his battle cards as well. Unlike a traditional mill deck that focuses only on mill, Cooler can do a lot of damage with some big hitters too.
How does Cooler awaken?
Cooler needs to be at 4 life.
Oh, so it's just a 4 life. Okay.
So it also looks like Ryan is kind of keeping him there, keeping at 5, by attacking his unison instead of his leader, which is smart because he wants to get as much advantage as he can before Cooler starts going crazy. When Cooler's awakened, he draws more cards, and he's obviously bigger attack.
Yeah. This is the biggest difference I've noticed when, like, and again, I'm going to reference the app again, but playing the app to now, the amount of cards in your hand, like in the app, I barely had any cards to play. That like, and I think I was watching a game yesterday, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, I've got 9. Oh, I got 11." It was like, what do you do with that many cards?
Almost everything in the game has been power crept since those days. Even since the app hasn't been updated since like set 7 or something, I think.
I really wish they would.
It would be nice if they did, yeah. I feel like it's probably a licensing problem, but...
Yeah, it always is.
Ooh, this is an interesting play. This is from the new set. This is a negate that... It's a Shadow Dragon.
Yeah.
And what happens is when this comes out, your opponent has to mill 5 cards if they want to attack.
Okay.
So
Every attack, or is it per
every
turn?
attack, yeah. So it really
Every attack.
stops the turn almost. So this is another way of milling. If your opponent's not playing enough battle cards, this really helps.
Yeah. Ryan mustn't know what the card does. Confirming that.
So it's that's a good card. I feel like this is a decent card in most decks these days because you can play it in any color, even though it's black. Because it's black, it doesn't matter what energy you tap for it.
Yeah.
James Brewer on the chat. Let's go, Ryan. It looks like he's got the upper hand here, in my opinion, but it's very close so far.
Yeah. Oh, we did kind of try and pick some players to go up against, and I think this is definitely a tight one, which I've enjoyed.
For sure. Now there's a couple of battle cards on Ryan's field. Cooler can start doing some milling some cards if he has the right cards in hand.
Okay. So what is the connection between battle cards and the milling aspect?
So the way milling works in Cooler is he negs your battle card's power. So say that battle card, that Vegeta is a 20,000 battle power battle card.
Yeah.
He can use that Frieza that he just played. By that Frieza has a skill that you tap 1 energy during battle, and it negs a battle card by 10k.
Yeah.
You can actually tap that as many times as you want. So he could tap 4 here, neg both of those battle cards by 20k each, 10k 4 times, and mill 4 cards. For each time you neg a battle card, your opponent mills a card. So that's how the mill works.
Okay.
We haven't really seen it because he hasn't had any battle cards out, but now it looks like he's going to tap for Cooler here. For Frieza, sorry. Yep. So he's tapping 2 energy, and he'll probably neg the Vegeta by 10 twice, and then his opponent mills twice. So there you go, he just put 2 cards from the top of his deck into the drop area.
But how long is this going to take? Like, is this a bit of a long tactic?
It is. Generally, by now, you would have milled a lot of your opponent's deck, but because it depends on obviously the deck you're playing against, and Ryan has been playing very smart, not playing battle cards. It is kind of an unfortunate matchup for Cooler because Ryan doesn't need to play battle cards, especially since blue unisons are usually a lot of the time their biggest threat, and Cooler can't mill off unisons. But at the same time, Ash isn't in a bad place. He's got 5 life still, heaps of energy up. That Shadow Dragon is a blocker as well.
Okay.
So he's getting himself down to 4 life here by taking a life for After Image, which allows him to awaken when he needs. He's also going to neg that Gohan and make his opponent mill a card as well. I know it's a lot. It's a lot to take in.
It is. It's a bit confusing, but it's all right. It's all right. I am getting the general concept though.
So that was really good from Ash. Those negates, that after image effect that he just used, allows him to take a life instead of paying an energy to use it.
Okay.
And in this case, he did that so that he's at 4 and he can awaken.
Okay. Yep. So, what is it? Out of your choice, like out of your prediction here, then, do you think this is going to finish in time?
We don't have much time left, and I really don't think, unless Ryan goes in for some really big turns here, I don't really think it will finish. I don't think Ash can win in the amount of time at all. I don't know what big cards he's running.
There is 5 minutes left in time. Thomas, would you mind announcing that? I can't do that.
No dramas.
So it is, That I know you're announcing that here, but that servant card, the Gohan that Ryan has on the field, it's actually really bad for Ryan to have that there because that card has a keyword skill servant, which means it can't be restood. So it just stays in rest mode, which means there's not really any way for him to get rid of that card. So what Ashley can do is he can just keep negging it by just enough so it doesn't die, to keep milling more cards. Unfortunately, I don't think they're going to get to the end, but that would kind of be a big problem, I think, if the game went longer.
Okay.
Because that card will just stay there the whole game and keep giving him away to mill cards, which he didn't have previously.
Yeah. Look at his hand, though. This is what I just don't comprehend.
It's pretty.
You can't
insane,
even hold how many cards. How do you even remember what card to put down?
Practice, I guess. But you have to remember that he has barely played any cards the whole game. Either player has. So they both have most of what they've drawn in their hand. Now,
see, I can't see it. Can you point out their life? How can you see what life they're on?
So, I can't really point it out, but underneath their leaders, is some cards flipped over. That's their life. I can tell. I know that Ash is on 4 because I saw him take the 5th life.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think that Ryan is on either 6 or 7. He hasn't taken life in a while.
So it's really kind of close. And is that how? Oh gosh,
boys, we have our first match result in. Will Smith won.
Will Smith, nice.
Against Tyson.
Will Smith, what were they playing?
I believe it was King Cold versus. It eludes me.
That's
King Cold.
No, that's awesome. And Will was from Melbourne, I believe.
Will is from Melbourne, yes, I believe so.
Yeah.
I've played Will multiple times.
So there's one Melbourne guy. We'll have to see how Benny goes. Ryan here is looking in a pretty good spot.
Melbourne has some good players. The thing is, and what we're going to find out here, and what will probably happen, is on breakers, because this is a knockout tournament, there has to be a winner. There can't be a draw.
Yes.
And the first thing the judge, Gary, will look at is how much life each player has.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Ryan has much more life here than Ash, and it doesn't look like that's going to change. He can't.
And that's consistent with what I'm seeing across most games. Is there's a fairly one player definitely has a higher life. As we're approaching 2 minutes before time, I'd say that there's going to be a lot of default wins.
Wow. I really should have pressured him. So the next round, there actually is going to be that little bit of a twist. I was going to do it the first time, but it was just a little bit difficult to get out to all the players. And it would have been easy because they're all in one spot as well. But the next round, between us, because no one else can hear us right now, that's going to be the speed round. So the first pair to finish, whoever wins is going to pull away with it's like a 60 place PSA box from Palmoff's Gaming.
I'll show you.
And whoever loses, you've got one, nice.
Well, I've got the gold one. I've got the gold one. This is the limited edition, so they'll get one with green.
Oh, they'll get
it's such a really nice
green one.
These are beautiful. Look at that. Get all your PSA cards.
Everybody has complimented those. Like, I definitely want to get one myself.
I want to get more. Yeah.
Do you want to see how I keep my cards?
Go ahead.
The $2 store.
Mate, it works. If it works, it works.
It works.
You use TCG grading as well, eh?
Mate, I did a few there, but I don't want to talk bad. I'm not going to do it again. It's just to keep them protected as well.
Yeah, I get that. That
was my biggest priority.
I really don't think it's good for long term.
No.
I expect that after COVID, when I say after COVID, I mean even in a few years, once we finally get through this craziness, I feel like these things are going to stop happening, these companies, unless they really do well. Because people are going to stop sending stuff to them.
Thomas, that is time.
So are we going to give him 5 minutes to end it? I think that's what Gary had said.
I think that was
just up to you, mate.
I'll announce it.
Well, can we just say to our players, these guys started a few minutes late. They didn't realize they could start, so let's give them an extra few minutes, the players on stream.
Yeah, I'll set 5 minutes and then we give the other guys another 5.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I'll tell Ryan and these guys privately then.
Yeah, cool. Will you announce as well that we're in overtime now?
Yeah. I'll say it's overtime.
So you can mute me if you want while you talk to them, or I'm
Yeah.
going to continue looking at this. The game state has changed a fair bit since we looked at it just before.
Please continue, guys. Just going to
the-
tell you that you guys are going to get 5 extra minutes for waiting.
The cooler player has his Unison still on board there. I can't see what it is. I didn't see if he played another Unison or if it's still the Jiren. It could be the SCR, I'm not sure. Apologies, we can't see it. And he's got a Boo out. The Unison from... Oh, this is the new Bojack card. Unison from Soul Striker is no longer there. That Bojack arrival here has Aegis, which is a skill you don't see too often, or at least you didn't see too often before Mecha Frieza came out. What that does is you can discard a multicolor or a blue and yellow card from your hand on your opponent's turn to untap 2 energy. Which can be very useful in decks that rely on a lot of negates, like blue.
Yeah. Okay. So out of these 2 players now, like with the deck that you've seen, do you feel that there's been a lot of change up with it? Or
not you mean change
like,
up from the usual?
Yeah, like have they? Do you feel like the standard deck that's being used?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is,
You know.
Cooler isn't used that much, or at least it hasn't been. You do see random rogue players playing it, like Dylan. But since that new negate came out, I've heard a lot of people wanting to play it. But the Cooler deck looks very stock standard to me. Soul Striker, I haven't seen people playing this set. So you've got that Bojack card, which I haven't seen played before, the one he just put in the drop.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen people play Raditz either. Usually they're playing the baby. There's a baby Unison.
Yeah.
It might either be that I'm slow because I haven't been looking at the game too much lately in terms of playing because of COVID, but he also might not have the baby, which is expensive, and he plays the Raditz instead. It's quite possible.
Okay.
He looks like he's got not many cards in deck as well. I don't know if you saw him count just then.
Yeah.
So this is where it can start changing. We were seeing Ryan in front a lot of the time. Ash has 2 coolers on the field, which are double strike 20k battle cards.
Oh, okay. Yep. So
he can start dealing damage. The thing is, blue will generally have a lot of negates, so it's really hard to call at the moment. All it takes is for one of those battle cards, the coolers, to go through, and you're going to start seeing equal life again. And we won't know what will happen. Because if Ryan goes down, so you see he's on 6 life now, if he goes down to the same life as Ash and the game does go to a draw, wow, this is really cool, man. This is a really cool play. Sorry, this is Black Smoke Dragon SCR he just played.
Yeah.
Ryan really doesn't have defense for this, I don't think, because he doesn't have a Unison, unless he has something like the Goku... UI Goku, which is a counterplay that can get rid of it. Doesn't look so like he does. Bang! He won. That Black Smoke Dragon won. So that card comes in. It's an SCR. It's really not played much anymore because it doesn't have much protection against a lot of the new cards. But if it goes off, that card comes in and it mills 7 cards straight off the bat. So Ryan is out. That was unexpected.
What do you mean? Hang on.
So that Black Smoke Dragon comes in and he says... You put the top 7 cards of your deck in your drop area. Ryan only had 7 cards left. Ashley made sure of that.
Wow.
So as soon as that happened, Ryan immediately loses.
Wow.
Did Ryan get Puff the Magic Dragon?
He did. I wasn't expecting that. I haven't seen anybody run that in Cooler, in a long time, or if ever.
Do you know what, though? That's the spice that...
That was so much fun in my Slug deck, in my recent Lord Slug deck. I had so much mileage out of that.
That was in my deck when I won that regionals in Adelaide. It's definitely a card that I like, even though I hate the character.
That's time and overtime.
Yeah, that's time.
Whoever's watching, that was spicy, or I don't know about spicy, but it was damn cool seeing that card go off again and win a game. You don't see it very often.
Do you want me to go and let you guys know?
Please do. That'd be great. I know Gary's also.
Right,
and that
switch over to us. Now it's just our faces, Tom. Very beautiful.
No, awesome. So, well, this is good because now it's just us. I'm just kind of wrapping my head because for me, I'm a little bit shocked as well because I had no idea that was even possible. So to then just go, oh, Ryan's out, I was kind of cheering him. You know, Ryan is a bit of a mate of mine. I don't have anything against anyone else, but you know,
yeah, I get you.
I was hoping he'd do well. I was hoping he was going to do well. Yeah,
it was really cool because I personally thought Ryan was on top. I felt like he was on top most of the game, especially Ash not being able to mill out early. But then once he started getting battle cards out, you could see Ash going really, really hard into the mill.
Okay.
Tim L says Ash dropped that on me in regionals as well. So he got hit with it. It's such a cool card. It's very... If it did have protection, it would still be really good. So the thing is, none of the dragon cards can attack, or the old school dragon cards like Shenron, Porunga.
Yeah.
Because they don't attack in the anime, obviously. But that card allows you to choose one of 3 options. So it's like you get 3 wishes you get to choose, which is cool. One of them is what he did there. You can also choose to rip some cards out of your opponent's hand, and you can also choose to wipe your opponent's board, I believe. It's just such a really cool card. It's just the way the game is now, you just can't really play it, unfortunately. But it worked there, which is really cool.
No, that's awesome. So now I'm keen to see the results because I'm going to have to make that bit of announcement for the players. But I thought while we're focusing on this as well, I might actually bring up what they are playing for.
Sure. You can, if you want, you can put anything. Yeah, there you go.
Well, I can't. I'd have nowhere to put it.
No, that's beautiful.
This is the folder that they're playing for. It's been burnt by one of the members of our Facebook page. Funny enough, he doesn't want to be named. You know, he's hiding away from the fame. But
that's very nice, though. Nice of him to do an anonymous donation ish.
Yeah,
we know the company, right?
Yeah. So the company was the Burning Binders.
Yeah.
You know, and he's a really nice guy. They're not overly cheap, but in saying that, they look wicked. And truthfully, the funny thing is, I did this, and then he showed me like a few projects he's working on, and then one he's doing now. There's so much better designs out there. It's just crazy.
That he's doing, you mean?
Yeah. That he's doing. Yeah, that he's doing. Like what he's got. It's just absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Like I really think it really looks cool, and we've got some other donations from Gary, you know, and
Team Cybermen so far
are doing well.
Been defeated. All 4 Cybermen have made it through.
There you go, boys. The Cybermen boys are undefeated. Hopefully we'll have one of those on camera at some point.
Mm-hmm. So I've got all the results here. If you want me to run through it.
Do it.
Do we want to pick? Who is next?
On stream?
Who we want to stream? Yeah. So we have currently Ash versus Dylan, Shane versus Wade.
Yeah.
Stuart versus Benny. And Will versus Simon.
Is Ash versus Dylan? Oh, God. That's Cooler versus Cooler. We don't want them on.
We don't want that. Okay.
Not Simon now, I don't think. Hatchiak is a strong deck, but it's not the most interesting deck to watch. What about... Is Shay on?
What about Wade?
Yeah, so maybe Wade. That'll be good for the collector's side because it's a character that people like. I think that's a good call, Tom. The Wade match.
Let me put this out to him. Actually, can I get... Okay, Shay, could you do me a huge favour?
That depends what it is.
So, we have this prize where it's basically... this round's going to be a speed round.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering... Would you be able to go into all the channels, like to the full game rooms, and tell them this is a speed run?
Mate,
just so then they
I will do that.
That'd be absolutely legendary.
So whoever finishes first, the winner of that game gets the 60 PSA card holder. Excellent.
60 PSA card holder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Palms Off Gaming, they have donated these prizes to Zion, which is awesome. We are sponsored by them. We, as in the Cybermen, are sponsored by Palms Off Gaming. If you collect, which I'm sure a lot of you watching do, jump on palmsoffgaming.com and grab anything off there with 10% off with the code Cybermen. They're awesome guys. I really love supporting Australian businesses, and in my opinion, they're some of the best collecting equipment and folders and things that I've ever seen, which is awesome.
Yes. I don't want to... We're having Shane and Wade in our page, right? In our group, right?
Tom, will you let the guys on table 1 know about the speed round?
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Easy.
Shane.
But I just want to confirm, we're grabbing Shane and Wade, yeah?
We are.
Alright, where are they? I have to find them. So, yeah, I cannot speak highly of Darcy. He kind of just slipped into my DMs.
Yes.
And just said, hey, I want to help out. You guys look like you're doing a great job. And just not even with anything in return.
No, they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, just basically... And look, it's crazy what he's given us. I'm just trying to find Wade. Can you see Wade?
Let's have a look.
What would Wade's name be?
Wade.
Tom, you've got Stuart spread a little too thickly there. You've got him in game 3 and game 4.
Oh, my bad. Let me edit that one.
That's pretty funny. Okay. Wade. Yeah, Wade, I don't know. He obviously has a nickname.
Yeah.
Could it be Blaze Fuzzball?
I'm just going to jump in and...
I think it might be Blaze Fuzzball because he's in general.
Yeah. I'm just going to...
Righty, guys. We will be up shortly with round 2. Awesome to see that the Cybermen team are undefeated so far. So round 2 is going to be Go Tanks, I know, versus something else. For players, you guys all know the green Go Tanks deck. It did pretty well initially until people figured it out. But Wade has been working on this for a while, and he's been playing it kind of since it dropped, since it came out, and updating it. So it's going to be cool to see. He probably has some new stuff from the new set in it. So that'll be cool. Thomas is just letting the players know to get sorted. Should I bring them into the room? That is the question. I don't know if I can do that. I'm not admin. Salut. Cheers. So can you see me? There you go. We'll be starting the next round very, very soon. Just getting everybody sorted. Anybody in the chat, what are you looking forward to for set 14? Is there anything you're going to be playing? I know a lot of people think that this set is kind of not a dud, but not as powerful as some of the last sets. So people are kind of upgrading older decks rather than using the newer leaders. A lot of people are looking forward to Gohan. Gohan, and I know a couple of players doing Jiren. We've seen some Harudagan stuff as well, which can support the older decks as well, which is really cool. Haven't seen anybody working on Blue Trunks. Not at all. I haven't seen anybody using it, so that'll be interesting to maybe see. Anybody have anything that they want to play with the new set? I'm liking the new Gogeta card, which is really cool, but that probably goes in older decks better. I've seen the new Sin Shenron play, and that looks pretty crazy. Very, very control-y. It's cool. They will hopefully be sorted very soon, and they are getting set up now. Okay, let's switch over. Here we go. So we have Gotenks versus Blue Baby. Blue Baby took the first one. This is going to be very interesting. For any collectors watching, Gotenks has some really nice cards in it. Not necessarily super rare cards, but nice looking. Blue Baby is very negate heavy. So this whole deck is based around stopping your opponent before they're able to even attack you. So it could be a slow game. Hopefully we'll see an ending here. That would be good. Virgil played the new Gohan stuff.
Quick one.
Yes.
Have we kicked off?
We have not kicked off on the stream. Thomas is on mute now. I think he's speaking to the players. I'm not sure if he's listening to us.
Okay. Sweet as.
The stream are shuffling and stuff now. They haven't actually started.
Yeah, cool. He's announced time has started. All good. Everyone knows about the PSA, the Palms Off giveaway, so we're all good.
Awesome. So for people watching this round, whoever finishes first, whichever game finishes first, the winner of that game gets a free PSA box from Palms Off Gaming, like this one here, which is really, really nice. Holds all your PSA cards, graded, very beautiful. Need somewhere safe to keep those. Thomas, are you now off mute?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Yes, you are. Very nice.
There was a bit of confusion with the speed run.
Yeah, that's cool. It's going to be interesting. Are they ready? Are they starting now?
Yeah, they've started.
They're kind of still sitting.
Thomas, have you are you enforcing the best of one side rule?
The best of one side rule.
I feel like they haven't been doing that, right?
Right, do their side decks at the start of the games.
Well, they're meant to reveal and then do their side deck. Change it up. But what do you mean by enforce it? Do they have to do it?
No, I'm just not sure that people are aware of it. Is the only thing. I haven't seen anybody action it.
Well, our game one did, because they were talking about it at the start of the game, so I'm not too sure about anyone else. But because I did overhear them saying they enjoyed the rule and rah. But look, we made the rules at the start. If they don't follow it, it's up to them. If they do, look, just have fun, I guess. That's why we're lucky it's just a unofficial fun game.
Yeah, for people watching, it's a very interesting rule that the Zion guys and Gary decided to put into place where, because we're doing a best of one here, the players are allowed to side deck once they see the leaders that their opponent is playing, which is really interesting. These players didn't seem to do it, but it is an option that they have.
Yeah, I kind of, it could also just be, look, one of these guys here, well, we don't know, but they may not really have much of a game, like a reason to do it. Looking at, like, if I saw your leader, I would have no clue. Now, I know these guys are much, much more experienced than me, but it's kind of like if I saw someone, like saw a particular leader, I wouldn't know what to slip in. I know that's... Yeah.
In this case, for Gotenks, I agree, but seeing that baby leader, there are some cards in the game that really directly hurt that leader that most people would have in their side deck. So it is something that they would play. But I think it's fine. Like,
yeah,
it's all good. They either don't know about it or they decided not to do it.
Well, that's the thing. We did it now. I've announced it several times as well.
Apparently Wade did side deck in round 1, so he does know about it. He probably just decided he didn't need to do it.
To do it today. Awesome.
D Mookie, the Marv Star. Cheers for having a chance to participate. Had fun, even though lost. Was good though. So I don't know who that is.
The Marv Star.
I think he played Wade in game 1. Wade's deck. This is cool. He's got the Tien and Goku combo in his energy there. They're from the World Tournament of Dragon Ball. I believe this is from when it could be from Dragon Ball itself rather than Dragon Ball Z, when Goku and Tien fought each other, which is really cool.
I get you. Look, with the anime as well, I'm gonna be slaughtered because yes, I've seen it. But I cannot tell you, like you just said, I cannot say specifically Dragon Ball Z, like even Super and everything that's kind of come out. Like it's all such a blur for me. Like I need to go back and like watch it all. The only one part, and you can probably guess the one part I do remember,
is Vegeta turning Super Saiyan. Imagine Vegeta, something like that.
Margin Vegeta, the final explosion scene. You know.
Oh yeah, I know. Have you seen this? Hold on. Can you see my Imagine Vegeta statue there?
No. Hang on. Sorry, I just dropped that. I was looking at the timer.
Oh no, you have to look at the stream. That doesn't matter. I put my Imagine Vegeta statue there.
Oh no, I'll catch it now. I just got my arms out.
Gavin, yes. Yeah, no, thanks for playing, Gavin. It's good to have you.
Oh, Gavin.
Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how's it going, mate? Dennis plays at Hurstville, where we are participants sometimes.
No, I haven't been there that often, but I haven't seen you there.
Yeah, I have not been there in a long time. Blue Baby is
Dennis,
on turn.
tell the people what you pulled today.
Oh, yeah. Dennis pulled a really cool card today in his pre-release packs for our pre-release tournament.
What did he get?
He pulled the Goku Frieza SCR.
In the packs?
Yeah, just in the packs that he got from our pre-release tournament happening.
Yeah. I told you to send me that one. I said just one pack. All I wanted was that one pack.
Well, I still don't have that card, so...
Oh, dear.
This is the kind of the crux of the deck here. Gotenks, Wade playing the Gotenks. See how he's got a Goten and a Trunks there? He's fusing into Gotenks. He places that in the drop, and that Gotenks card comes out. Such a strong card. It allows you to draw 2 and then KO one of your opponent's battle cards. He doesn't have one, but it's still very powerful.
Yeah.
The game plan, Gotenks is on the back foot here, though, because he needs to have his Unison out on turn 2, or he wants to at least, and it's turn 3, he still doesn't have it, which is very unfortunate.
And what Unison are you expecting it to be?
It's a Vegito Super Saiyan 3.
So close.
But I actually played this Gotenks deck and won a regional end of last year, I think, with it. So I'm pretty well versed in this. I really like that deck. It's such a fun deck to play.
Yeah, I've heard you are a bit of a phenomenal player, but I hear it's all rumors until I actually get to see you play.
Yeah, that's probably true. I don't know. I feel like I have my days, it just depends.
Yeah, okay.
And I tend to play things that other people aren't playing a lot.
Yeah.
Which can give me an advantage in that they probably don't know what to expect. I won the tournament with Gotenks like kind of the weekend it came out, and everybody was so excited about the Broly deck, so no one was playing Gotenks. And yeah, I tend to play things that are not normal, which gives you a little bit of an advantage on all the players playing meta.
Yeah. No,
but it only works sometimes, It's like a surprise attack.
when you're in a tournament, are you able to change your decks?
No.
Like in between games? Nope. So the deck you walk in, that's the...
Yeah, and you have to provide a list...
the deck list.
A deck list to the tournament organizer, so to make sure, like, if you play in a big tournament, they'll check your deck list before the final rounds to make sure that you're not doing anything dodgy, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Limelight, I do have a wine, mate. Do you wanna come and get a wine off me? We can.
Boys, you're missing some fun matches.
Yeah, what's happening on elsewhere?
So we've got Stu on table 3, up against Benny. Stu's playing his janky Bojack. So they brought out a new Bojack leader last set, blue Bojack. Actually, quite a strong deck. Stu's playing the set 6 Bojack, which is just very janky. It's a leader that they designed with no awaken effect. Anyway, so he's playing that against King Vegeta, which is what Jason won the most recent regionals with. So,
what do you mean you can't awaken?
No, he awakens, but when he awakens, he gets no benefit.
So when your leader awakens, you draw or you restand energy. Bojack is like, we'll give you nothing. Why don't you have some nothing? Cool, thanks, man. And then you've got Simon with his Hatchiak against Will with Blue Baby. It's
oh wow,
and the cooler off.
The
Wow.
cool
Which
wolf, yeah.
Yeah, that was the
Love me a good red. Yeah, man. This is actually, this is Cali Red. It's the Snoop Dogg wine. It's actually really good. I first bought it because I saw a wine with Snoop Dogg on it. I was like, fuck, that's funny. So I bought it, and it's actually awesome. I bought a case of it. Sorry, this is someone in the chat is asking me about my wine.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I should have had a drink prepared, but unfortunately I've just got a little solo. Diet solo too.
You're better man than I.
Still slightly greasy from dinner.
So the game, it looks like it's going to be Gotenks' fourth turn. He's going to try and get the Unison out here. Probably try and awaken, and then getting the Unison out. This Unison is very strong. So this guy here gives all your green cards revenge. Battle cards revenge. What happens when one of your green battle cards is attacked that has revenge? The battle card attacking gets KO'd after the battle. It doesn't matter if that battle card has barrier or anything, it's dead.
Okay.
So here's the
Unison really?
There. Yeah. So it is very powerful. It's a great way to protect your battle cards. He then has a big effect. If you're able to get 7 markers on him, which is easier than it sounds because he has a +2. I believe he has a +2. Then you can -7 and automatically take one of your opponent's life and 3 cards from their hand, which is very strong. Have a good night, boys. Jason May. Are you off, Jason? Thanks for joining us on the stream, mate.
Senpai
Spanky. What's up, guys? Hey, mate. Welcome back. Senpai Spanky has been on our streams previously. I remember that name. It's a cool name.
How can you forget it?
You never forget.
Yeah. Nah, it's been good. It's been good so far. See, I was a bit cautious about tonight, thinking how long it will take in each round, and trying to figure out like how does this going to work, because I've never sat through a full tournament. So, it's been quite good, and especially that first round. I'm still trying to like comprehend, because I thought Ryan had it.
That was a great thing to get on stream, just because it was insane. Like, no, I don't think anybody watching expected it, unless people that actually know Ashley's deck, which we saw. There was someone in the chat who knows that deck, but
he did it on the weekend. They said
it. I know Cooler very well, because one of my teammates, one of my guys in my team, plays Cooler, Dylan, and I've never seen him play that card. Like, it's not something that I expected at all.
No, that's great. I love it, because I like it, because that card as well I know well as a collector.
Yeah.
Again, I've never read it. Probably will read it next time, because it came out with the Cell Xeno
and Goku,
of course,
and the Apex. Yes.
The Apex.
Yeah.
Just a beautiful card. So when collecting and you get that card, you're a little disappointed. But looking at it, actually, that set probably had some pretty funky cards to come out with, because Cell Xeno was pretty good until the errata. Yeah. Apex, Victory Strike, that's that. I'm not sure how
Cell
good
Xeno was definitely the pick of the bunch in terms of playing.
Yeah.
Apex being the best collectible. I got a PSA 10 of that, but I sold it. Sorry about it.
This guy.
To be honest, now that since I have you can't see it, it's behind me, the Awakened Power, I'm happy with that. I don't need the Apex, just my PSA 10 Awakened Power. We got someone in chat. Senpai Spanky says Spanky is his real last name. That's cool, man. I don't know how to... I'm probably saying it wrong. Spanky just sounds cool. Set One Pass says baby needs to be hit. If I keep losing to Will's baby deck, I'm going to cry. So is this Will? This is Will on stream, is it? It must be.
For us?
Yeah.
No, we've got Shane and Wade.
Oh, Shane. So there's 2 babies. Wow.
Yeah.
Baby is a deck that people expected to be hit with the ban list. People really thought that this was going to be hit. All the cards for this deck dropped in price. Like, it affected the market, and it didn't get touched at all, which is very interesting, because it's very good. It's not winning that many tournaments, but it's just the kind of deck that really makes it unfun to play the game.
Yeah.
And they're the kind of decks that they try to remove from when they do ban lists. They try to get rid of decks that are unfun.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, it's not real, yeah.
Yeah, so for me, I had a grading pile go off to America and back because BGS closed down. So I held on to it, and I really regret. Like, not I don't regret, but just the drop of Celzino right now is
How much
just,
is it worth now?
Oh, mate, people are flogging it for like 350,
Yeah,
300.
see, I sold
I had someone
all
off
my
for like
Celzinos.
1,000.
I sold my Celzinos. I knew it was going to happen. Like,
Yeah,
and I knew that card is only expensive because of that. You know.
the playable. I was definitely tempted, but I think for me, like, I pulled that one, sleeved it, top load or whatever, looked after it, and having a close look at it, it's like flawless. Like, so I was just like, I'll just keep it. I'll still get it graded, sit on it, because
I mean, it's still cool. Like, it's still an SER.
Yeah.
Imagine playing 4 Ribrianne punishing Passion in a game and still losing. Hand Destruction. I'm surprised Hand Destruction didn't beat Baby. That's the kind of deck that can beat Baby.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, is it AOD?
Agents of Destruction, yeah.
What's that?
That's
so don't put me up against an AOD. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Yeah, so Agents of Destruction, it's not really played much these days. It's a very degenerate kind of aggro deck. What it is you have Barbity. It's like a what if Barbity controlled all the big villains. So like there's there's like Majin Slug, there's like Majin Hachiak, Majin Turles. Imagine all those guys, and in a deck, and it's just very aggressive.
Okay.
It's not that it's strong, but it's not that good because it's kind of, if you can survive it, then they die.
Yeah. So we had a game between Tyson and Gary. Gary's the head judge of Zion. He's the head judge of Australia, but he they had a bit of a friendly game, and I made an announcement that they were playing for the last spot of this tournament. I believe Tyson played that.
AOD,
and that's
okay,
where and that's where the conversation came from. So I was like, okay, well,
it doesn't look like anybody's playing it in this one though, does it?
No.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's not the kind of deck you bring to a big tournament usually. Not that this is like massive or anything, but it wins matches very easily and it loses others very easily.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say on grading piles, like, look at this, like, it's just getting bigger and bigger. So many cards. Oh, you like that one, eh?
Hang on, I'm waiting for it on stream.
Oh yeah, it'll take a little while, sorry. Grading pile is just getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy. Well, and PSA and shit, when is it going to open up again?
That's the thing. I know BGS, someone was telling me like October. So is that, okay, I can see it now. So is that case one of the palm off cases?
No, this is from Bunnings.
Oh, is that the Bunnings case?
This is Tool Pro. Like, just the Bunnings case. What it is I've got a massive one as well. They just like foam, and you can rip the foam out in what shape you want.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. I'll show you another one. Not that you're watching. Oh, it doesn't matter.
It'll get there eventually.
A massive one. Yeah. Tyson, actually, don't call my agents degenerate. Sorry, Mr. VX3. I apologize. I play AOD as well, Senpai Spanky.
Yeah.
Let's just look at the game quickly, because I really haven't been paying attention.
Please.
We got turn 5. I want to say turn 5 or turn 6 maybe for Baby. He's just done the same Floodgate Gohan that we saw last game with Soul Striker.
Yeah.
The thing with Gotenks is he actually draws a lot of cards. This is Ribrianne that Tyson was speaking about. Ribrianne from the drop area, it's the opposite to the Goku. So the Goku I was telling you about, that Goku 8, he lets you draw 2. Ribrianne makes your opponent drop 2 cards.
Okay.
It's very strong. It's painful when you start getting your opponent's hand down. They can just see those Ribriannes in their drop, and they know their fate. They know that they're going to be dropping more. We got Anthony Hain in the chat. What's up, Anthony? How's it going, mate? How anyone loses to Will playing Baby is beyond me. But maybe that's just me with a silly record versus Will. That said, go Will and Benny, bring it home for Melbourne.
Oh, dude.
So, Thomas.
Yes.
Does the speed round still count if everyone goes into overtime? I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but I'm watching Hatch versus Blue Baby, and Gohan's dropping. It sounds like Gohan's dropping on table 1 as well.
Yeah, I don't have enough boxes for everyone.
Just give them all to me, and I'll decide what to do with them. How does that sound?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Actually, I think after this, I'm probably going to ask you, Sam. I'm going to put you on the spot. Maybe Shay. Maybe both of you can kind of work together. I really want to pick somebody to give away one prize. Now we spoke about like most exciting deck or something like that. We have to get to a point where I have to pick somebody. I have to do something. I have to do some sort of giveaway. I've got two prizes here. I have to give something away. So I don't have them.
Why don't you do a lucky door prize just to make it easier? I feel like Shay and I, it's biased for Shay and I because we won't pick anybody from the Cybermen, so they don't get a chance. So maybe if you do like a wheel of names quickly with all the names, lucky door prize done.
Oh, you're so kind.
What do you think? Isn't that a good idea?
See what he did there? He took it and he threw it back at you.
Yeah, making me do more work.
Just on another note, I'm loving the banter in the chat on YouTube here. It's hilarious. Anthony Haynes saying, "Hi, I'm well. How are you?" Yeah, I'm good, mate. I actually got my vaccine yesterday, first dose. You'll be happy to hear that, I'm sure. I got really sick yesterday. I was in hospital after it.
Really?
I'm okay now, yeah. I had like mild inflammation of the heart from my Pfizer vaccine. I had to be on ECG and things like that.
Goodness.
And D Mookie's just throwing it back at Anthony Hayne with the how anyone loses to a bad matchup is beyond me, but maybe that's just with my big brain versus anyone. That said, go VX3, bring it home for the Northern Territory.
VX3.
I love it. VX3 is like a meme that's going around, a meme team.
Okay.
Tyson, some of the guys from Victoria. It's kind of a meme, just kind of throwing shade, I think. Little friendly shade at VX3.
At the Perth boys. Yep.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
But then throwing out the bring it home for the Northern Territory just throws that
it's
back.
funny because the Northern Territory actually don't play Dragon Ball. Can you imagine? There's no stores in the whole of the Northern Territory that play Dragon Ball.
Yeah, we tried to get... I really want to get the Brisbane team in here, like a few Brisbane players next time. But, yeah.
Yeah, some of the Brisbane guys are really cool as well. I've been up to Brisbane and played some of their locals, which is cool.
You're just bad. They're pretty brutal.
To a bad matchup. They're just all taking the piss of each other. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So
200 deposit for Benjamin. I feel like you should try and get a refund for that deposit, D Mookie. So you can see in the game that we're watching, Gotank's, the unison is on 6 markers already. So you can see he's really building up markers really quickly.
Yeah.
You're going to see that the baby player will really be trying to stop that from getting to 7 because that does really hinder him. He's able to grab some cards from the baby player's hand and take a life automatically. It's getting to the pointy end here. He's got 3 life left. That golden Great Ape baby on the field is a triple striker, but he's obviously already attacked with that. He's attacking with Boo at the moment, which is a double strike.
Yeah, okay.
Putting the pressure on here.
Well, it looks like Benny has Stu on the ropes as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, I can imagine
Benny
that.
taking the box.
You can see Benny. Benny will definitely be. He's a very competitive player, so he's going to be playing a really competitive deck.
His board is insane, and Stu has just taken his last 2 life, and that's it.
So there's the winner. Benny wins
there's the winners.
The Palms Off Gaming box.
Wow. Hey, Stu will be happy.
Honestly happy for you. Good to see you're doing well. P.S. I'll get vaxxed at some point too, probably after the usual testing prior to FDA approval goes through. That's fair, man. You do you, my friend.
Yeah. FDA, so is Anthony American? FDA?
He's not American, but he probably follows that. Anthony's a very political person. That's why I was teasing him with the vax thing. He knows. We love it. I actually work in healthcare, Anthony, so I have to go to dental practices a lot, and so I really need to. They're not forcing me to get vaccinated, but it's kind of like a suggestion.
Yeah.
They're doing a lottery at my work for people who got vaccinated. You can win $5,000, so that's another thing that you really got to do.
That's a good incentive.
It is, eh? They do a lot. It's a big company. They like to give money out.
Okay.
Keep their employees
trust me,
happy.
that picture of that Zoom meeting, I wouldn't have guessed you go to dental practices.
Yeah, that was insane, right? That was the IT team. What happens in the IT Zoom meeting stays in the IT Zoom meeting, unless I'm messaging it to Thomas and Shay.
Yeah, no, there was no words. It was just
just imagery.
That was it. Yes.
Yeah, no, exactly, D Mookie. My 5G reception has got boosted so much in the last 2 days. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but I can make calls and then use my data very well.
Now you get sick 5G. Oh, that's good.
Baby's ridiculous. I agree. I mean, look at it here. Like, it's a very close match, but Baby can send this Gotenks back to, or potentially send this Gotenks back to Wade's hand, causing him to lose the 2 cards, which he's doing. So he's using Trunks to send the Gotenks back to hand, is he? Or he picked it back up? If he does that, then not only does Wade not get to play the Gotenks, he also loses the fusion pieces, the Goten and Trunks that he puts. But it looks like he's letting him play it. I think he's kind of anticipating something bigger coming this turn, maybe.
Okay.
That he wants to save the counterplay for. So this is where it gets really funky. You're able to draw 2 with Gotenks and then draw another card with the Unison, because when you use Union Fusion, when that Unison is out, it allows you to draw a card.
Okay.
Sorry, Tom, I know you're
no.
kind of like what is happening, probably.
Yeah, no, there's a few of those. I think that's where it's like for me, like really reading cards and understanding what's kind of going on, but watching it more. There are some cards I kind of get the general idea. The fusion ones, I don't even understand. Like,
yeah, so what he does is he drops the 2 cards. So say Gotenks, for example, fuses with Trunks and Goten, obviously. So he has to have a Trunks and a Goten and a Gotenks card in his hand. He drops a Trunks and a Goten and is able to play that card for much less energy than it costs. So that card is a 6 cost, but he's allowed to play it for 2 when he drops a Goten and Trunks. Just makes it a lot easier. The thing you've got to worry about here, and I don't think he's using it now, is that Boo Unison can just bottom deck that card. He didn't do it. So I think he's anticipating something bigger here, potentially. He does have to remove that pressure as well. So he might not want to do that.
Let's have a look at the time. How much time is left? Oh, is this actually...
Yeah, I get that. Not giving people the choice is probably
I got
not the
2
right
minutes
way to go.
40 online.
Yeah, exactly. Shall I make that announcement?
He gives people the choice, offering Turbo. I like it. Alright, so Gotenks player, he really... It looks like he's in a tough spot. Just reading Wade's body language, he's kind of thinking about what is he going to do here. So what he just did, this is an inherent ability that the leader has. He's able to tap 1 energy to remove a marker from his opponent's Unison.
Okay.
Once per turn. He can either remove a marker or play 2 ghost tokens, which are the little ghosty boys. That Gotenks shoots out.
Yeah.
He did use
I've got
that
a pile of those tokens.
Yeah, they're cool, man. Tokens are cool because tokens have been around for a really long time, but no one used them. They weren't like usable previously, but now there's a lot of decks that do use tokens, and I like that. It's just an extra part of the game that just makes it interesting. You know, you don't have to use those either. You can use anything you want. So there's people playing Charizard VMAX in Dragon Ball. That's one of their tokens. You know, things like that. It's pretty cool.
So my question is, if this Unison needs to get to 7 markers, where's the 7th marker going to come from?
He'll just put another die on
it. Boring.
Some people use magic. I use like a magic spinner, you know, and just count up. Something like that. Most Unisons don't go up that high. There are some that do, but the majority will stay below 6, kind of.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right.
2 ways to beat Baby. Hyper aggro under their defenses and waiting for the second one.
Have a clear-cut game plan in mind.
Baby really struggles if you set up and then go as opposed to trying to push every turn. Yeah, I see that.
Looks like Ash and Dylan are done. Ash won?
Ash won?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Ash won. So we've got 2 players out already.
So did you get a message from Dylan?
I did.
So this is the top 4 here.
Who else have we got? Simon.
Yeah, you got Simon.
And Wade that we're watching now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I personally think that Wade is on the back foot here.
Yeah.
It's very close in terms of
time,
life.
Tom.
Sorry? Time?
That's time.
Oh gosh, yeah. Thank you. This is overtime.
So the way we're looking at now, if this does go to tiebreakers, they both have the same life, so it will be how many cards each player has in deck as the second tiebreaker, and I believe as the second one. And that is unfortunately probably going to be, well, unfortunately for my team, probably going to be Baby, because Gotenks does draw a lot of cards.
Oh, okay. That's with all the fusion, I'm assuming?
Yeah, because each time he uses that fusion, he draws 3.
Yeah.
And you do a lot of searching in Gotenks. It's just one of the best things about it is your hand size is usually massive.
Yeah.
So in the cooler mirror, it sounds like Ash won.
Yes. So tell me about Cyberman then, because I'm kind of curious of the name. Obviously, character from Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I've actually got something here. I was thinking about sharing this tonight and I forgot with you guys, but I'll put it in the chat on YouTube. I've actually got a article that I wrote a long time ago about why we chose the Cybermen as our name.
That's cool.
And just kind of how we got started. It is up to date because obviously it's pretty old. It was probably maybe over a year ago when I wrote that. Here we go. The Cybermen, how it all began. It was in 2019, so we were talking like 2 years ago when I wrote it. So it's not up to date. But it is an interesting read if you think about why we chose the Cybermen as a name versus anything else. I mean, I can give you a brief overview. I think Shay and I, we don't take ourselves very seriously. I'm sure you know that. We like to talk a lot of shit. We just like to have fun. And a lot of the names of the teams around were based on Saiyans, based on Vegeta's Saiyan Army, you know, Saiyan this, Saiyan that, Super Saiyan, whatever.
Prideful Saiyan, if you would call it.
Which is fine. And they're the main characters. It makes sense. But we didn't want to be so serious. We wanted to be different. So we're like, what are the dumb characters that we can think of? And we actually went through a few. If you read that post that I posted, we actually went through a few different names that we could have chosen. The most kind of obvious is the Ginyu Force, which we thought of. But we still thought that's too popular. You know,
it's
the
too
Ginyu Force
obvious as well.
Yeah, it's too obvious. It's very popular. We love them. I love the Ginyu Force, man.
Yeah.
The Frieza saga is my favorite saga of all of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
But we thought it was still too obvious, still too mainstream, so we went with the Cybermen. It's pretty cool. There's a few other options you can see if you want to have a look, and there's some really dumb shit in there, but it's a lot of fun.
It's a shame we didn't go with the Para brothers.
Yeah, that was one option. Terrible. Dragon Ball GT. Who likes that shit? Sorry. Oh, there's some arguments happening in our our chat. Don't worry about that, guys. Like, yeah, I've heard this argument a bunch of times. Baby is annoying. I agree. It's really, really annoying. You can beat it. I also agree that. But I feel like it's definitely not fun to play against. That's my thing. Whether or not it's beatable is not my thing. It's whether it's fun and enjoyable. Because in the end, this is a game. Like, we want to have fun doing it. Nothing against people who do play Baby. I'm just saying that that's like, it's an option. You're definitely going to play it if it's there, but it's something that maybe shouldn't be there. So Wade is on to turn 7. Is it turn 7 here? Bloody hell. It's a very long game. Oof, that's got to hurt. So that's an SCR right there, Tom. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
Dropping that Hachiak SCR, that pretty much ends the turn immediately. As soon as it comes out, unless there's a way for his opponent to stop it, and there is actually a way in green to counter, but not when the leader's attacking, and you need to be running that SCR, which I'm not sure if he is.
It's like 30 seconds left.
No, I'm pretty sure Wade runs Salzano.
Yeah, so Wade probably runs Salzano, especially going this high in energy. It's still a really good card, as long as you get to 5 energy, obviously. It's just...
The last 30 seconds of gameplay here.
10 seconds.
It's going to go down to... Wade is probably going to lose this because he's on 2 life versus 3 on the Baby player's side. Sean?
Cha-ching.
That time.
Oh my god. Yeah, and either way, it looks like he was going to get him anyway. I'm not sure if he's just showing him because the time's up, but that Fu card there, if you can see it, that's an old card from set 3, and it's still insane. So you pay 6 to play that. I don't know what he's doing, if he's going in for game or comboing or what. Oh, wow. Yeah, they're just showing their cards. I think it's over already. Sorry. But that Fu card comes out and pretty much stops your opponent from doing anything. They're not allowed to combo, get any super combo effects or do anything else. So the game's over here. You can see that the Baby player won. I don't even think they went to time. I think he just...
so hang on, who won?
I think Sean won here.
Shane won.
Shane, sorry. I don't think they went to time. I think that Wade decided that he wouldn't be able to win. After dropping that Hachiak, it's really, really hard, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You see that card, and if you know that your opponent has the gas next turn, then there's just no point in continuing.
Yeah.
He probably had a whole game plan in his head and then was like, oh, now my turn's over. Oops.
Simon took the win?
Simon took the win.
Yeah, that's what we're looking at. Simon? Yep. So
Simon is the last Cyberman remaining.
Yeah, that was a rough round for the Cybermen. Far up.
Yeah, we lost 3 players.
Talk. All right. I might just quickly jump in to Benny. No, so who won? It was
Benny
goodness.
who won the
Benny
box,
and Stuart. Yeah, but I don't see Stuart anymore, so I'll just quickly jump in to tell him while I set up the other game.
Alrighty guys, let's just go back to our faces. Very nice.
Sorry, I was talking to myself.
I've never had... Because I use the mic here, the same mic as you, just with a click sound thing. But I never have it in front of the camera. I like the look of that. I should do that.
It does. It just makes it look like you're talking to somebody.
Yeah. I mean, like, see, I can have it on, but it's just... It's out of the way.
So... Want to get Benny on... Yeah, I was thinking maybe we can have Benny on the stream this time around against Simon.
Alrighty, sounds good. That's what's Benny playing?
King Vegeta.
Oh yeah, let's do that for sure. So
that will be a great game to watch.
This is going to be a very interesting game. Very, very interesting. I know that King Vegeta is one of the decks that everybody is kind of afraid of at the moment. It's very, very powerful. And Simon's deck might be geared towards beating things like that. So it'll be very, very good to see a really meta deck against kind of a counter meta deck even.
Simon is the anti-meta.
He is. And Benny is like one, I personally think Benny is one of the best players in Australia. I think he's really, really good. And it'll be good to see them face off.
Yeah. So, we've got Benny v Simon. You know what's funny? I didn't put it to everyone. All right. Cool. Now I need to find these players. So, Benny again. Which one's Simon?
Simon is Simon Keith.
Oh, he's not in there.
He's in
where is
tournament
he?
right now. There you go.
Oh, brilliant. Someone else drag him in. Thanks.
I did that, but I don't know if it worked.
Yeah, it did.
Cool.
We just pulled him out mid-conversation.
Yeah, they're chatting.
Simon left.
I'll put him back.
Yeah.
There you go.
There we go. Okay.
Alrighty, we got Gary in there chatting to the guys. Oh, look at that. Oh, we got to show this off on stream. I made this map for Simon. Hold on a sec. Let me get it up. That was the wrong thing. That's Simon's Matt. He is a Trader Dende player at the core. He's not playing it now, but that is his favourite deck. Cell Zeno was hit, and that was one of his win cons, so he stopped playing for now. But it's such a cool map that I love it. Got Purunga and Dende. And here's Benny joining now. With King Vegeta. You should be happy with that, eh? King Vegeta? Tom? I don't know if he's muted.
Yeah, no, I am. I'm listening. We're just talking about the time.
No, you're fine. You're going to see a baby Vegeta come out turn 1, most likely, which will be fun. On Simon's side of the field.
All right, time starts now. Let's go. This clock is actually... Let's just count down. 6.
Simon's deck is toxic. Steve. Yeah, Robbo. I know, mate. Steve has been helping Simon test. Practice over the last couple of days. Because this is a new deck. It's an old leader, but with a lot of new cards in it. So the deck is mostly new cards. With Hachiak. So, Tom, I don't know if you've heard of Hachiak. The deck, I mean.
I've heard it, but not seen it.
So this deck, it essentially stops your opponent from doing what they want to do. Both players can only attack with battle cards once a turn. Unless the battle cards are energy cost of 8 or more, I believe.
Yeah.
So it really stops things like aggro. King Vegeta is fairly aggressive as well. So it's really interesting to see.
So is King Vegeta very different to the app? Because...
this is a different King Vegeta leader.
Okay, yeah.
This is a new King Vegeta leader. So this is the one, Dragon Ball Super King Vegeta, whereas the app one is Dragon Ball Z, I believe.
Yeah.
The non-canon one, okay, if you want to be
When
romantic about
put it like that.
And this guy, he's pretty much King Vegeta with an army of little boy Saiyans. So this is called the Young Invaders deck. He plays the little Goku, the little Raditz, the little Vegeta, and he floods his opponent's board with those cards. And each of those cards gives a debuff to his opponent. Anthony Haynes said no, but I'm not sure what he's saying no to.
Maybe he's just scared of what's about to come.
D Mookie bopped Benny last tournament, so Sam, if you want to sponsor me to be a Cyberman, hit me up, no problem. I don't even know who you are. Like, I mean, because you don't have your real name there. So I don't know who you are. I can't hit you up, man. I apologize.
Just slip into his DMs.
You probably said it before and I got mixed up. Too many names here. Best player on pure untapped potential. Legend, mate. I love it. We need to get you some dormant potential unleashed. Get Guru up in here and put his hand on your head. So these guys are doing the side deck here. Which we haven't seen on stream yet. The guys did it in the first round, but we didn't get to see it. It doesn't look like Simon's doing it, maybe? I don't know, but Benny definitely side decked in there. Benny knows all the decks in this game. He's very, very knowledgeable, so he knows that he needs some big cards in this deck to be able to attack. Some dual attackers, things like that. We don't know what he sided, but it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, so I imagine that this side rule as well, I think a lot of players was... Okay, sorry, but chat just destroyed my confidence.
That was so funny, I love it. Thomas, what's a unison?
So yes. I'll come back to that answer. But I was just saying quickly that probably like that rule really would help certain players that know what they're looking at, what they need to counter it.
Definitely.
So that is it. But what is a unison? So this meme, this joke that I get ripped into all the time, I still don't really know. Like I was talking to somebody today. Who was it? One of the players, I believe, or yesterday, and the only way somebody could explain it was a sidekick of the leader.
Yeah,
and
that's a decent explanation.
Yeah, you get to play the card, but the thing I think what I established as well is that like the unison cards are also so vastly different to each other, so you can't really just have a straight answer of what a unison is. Obviously, they have those tokens, or what we're just saying, not tokens, but markers that they need to gain or to do certain things or go into negative and whatnot. Beyond that, haven't used one, haven't played one, haven't really seen one. Do I have one in my collection? I wouldn't even know. I actually
probably have the
SCR
from last set, do you?
Nah, I sold that one. Come on, surely I've got a unison.
So the thing is, you can see he's played the baby Vegeta on...
Yeah.
Not baby Vegeta, young Vegeta.
Young Vegeta.
Let's not get confused. We got some funny chats here. Haunted plays. Corey, go get them boys. Corey's part of the Cybermen. He wasn't able to play. He's been super busy, just opened up his own store, Card Riot, which is awesome, selling sealed product. Leave Cybermen and come join VX3. Very tempting. Love that VX3 team, man. I've heard they're crazy good at this game. Like the best.
We need to see them. We need to see their uniform. That's really what matters.
Insane. Anthony Hain clearing up that skill for us. Thank you very much. Hope I explained it better for you when we spoke yesterday, Thomas.
I knew it was yesterday. I spoke to someone. We did. We kind of got it, but I forget quite easily. Don't judge me.
So King Vegeta's turn here. Sorry to interrupt this.
Okay.
Playing the Super Saiyan God Vegeta card. Very beautiful looking card there.
Yeah. Hopefully it's pre-release stamped.
Is it hopefully, or you don't want them to have that pre-release stamped in their deck? What do you reckon?
Ooh.
It's a hard choice.
Me, if I was to play, no, I wouldn't. But I would like to see them use it. Because that means that there's less quality cards out there for me. So it increases the value of my card because then it becomes rarer.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
100% get you.
Selfish. So where do these young characters, what set do they come from, or are they promos?
This is from the last set, so Supreme Rivalry, and there is one promo which is the Raditz, the young Raditz.
The Raditz was one, yeah.
That promo was so expensive when it first came out. Holy shit!
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I do remember seeing them being quite expensive.
Unisons are unaffected by Hatch. That's true. Since Unisons came out, Hatch is less degenerate or less powerful because Hatch stops you from attacking with battle cards, but not with Unison cards or leader cards. So it just gives you that extra attack.
Okay. So, the other thing I was thinking about was this time limit. The fact that everyone's kind of going to time. What does that kind of say? Does it say that just the caliber of players, like they're all, being fairly matched, or is it just did we not give them enough time?
Yeah, I think no. I mean, 30 minutes is standard for a best of one. If you think about it, in a best of three, you only get 60 minutes, and that's for potentially three games.
Yeah, that was what I was confused with.
The argument can be made that maybe in webcam it's a little bit harder to get set up, but I don't agree with that because it's very quick. You just click on the thing and start. I feel like lately, and like you said, those players that are really good and they know what's happening, they know how to beat their opponent's deck or how their opponent's deck works, they might play very cautiously, and that can cause games to go longer. We're also we are actually seeing a lot of stall decks as well, which is just, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about that. Hachiak is a stall deck. Baby is a stall deck. So we've had a couple of stall decks on stream, and they are just going to go long inherently.
Gave them strict rules.
I mean, you've got some really competitive players in here. There's no way, no matter what you said,
They
they're
wanna
never going to
win.
be playing something really fast
When we
and
put-
fun.
When we put the Perth boys into the group chat, they were just so competitive.
They
like
are,
you could
they
just
are
tell they're
competitive.
just so passionate. Jimmy and Stubbs, he didn't talk too much, but talking to him privately, yeah, you could just tell they just wanted to win.
Yeah, 100%. You can see here that new Shenron promo, Unison.
Yep.
That guy pluses 2. He gives himself blocker. He gives himself blocker if he uses Spirit Boost. I just lost your video, by the way, Tom.
Me?
Yep.
Okay.
It went to link to my Asus. Free advertising for Asus.
So,
Limelight though says the meta is slowing down. It is, and I like that. But if you some decks are super aggro, you need some kind of control to check it, regardless. This is one of the best unisons in the game. I know I said I believe Boo is the best, but this is probably up there with the best unison in the game. Piccolo Jr. There we go. We got you back.
there we go. Don't know what happened. I'd have to look.
and
Maybe someone messaged me.
This Piccolo Jr. unison, every time your opponent uses a counter, they get to KO a 15k battle card. 15k or less, which is just so powerful. Especially since you see he's got a 15k blocker in Super Saiyan 3 Gohan on the field right there. It's just...
So how do you guys determine, when you're playing, how do you determine what you're going to use as a combo or like save? Because, you know, it's obviously probably a core component or something.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on like what you want to be doing. Some decks will run a few different avenues or a few different play lines, and they might decide against this deck they're playing against, they're not going to use that. But a lot of the time, you're not going to combo early game anyway.
Okay.
Your opponent will generally take life down to 4 in most cases, depending on the deck. And you kind of just... Combos are for endgame these days. People definitely combo earlier. That's not a blanket rule, but you'll find that people are comboing much less in the early stages of the game because you're not trying to push that damage. Your opponent wants to get cards in their hand. They want to take that life. You see life as a resource as well. So you've got 8 life. That's 8 cards you could potentially have in their hand before you're dead. If your opponent attacks you and they combo, you're going to take that life anyway. So they're losing hand advantage to you if they combo.
Yeah. Okay. Starting to see where I went wrong.
So you don't need a combo. I mean, against those computer players in the app, who knows what's going to happen? They're like AI is pretty bad from me.
Yeah.
This is
they did well against me.
King Piccolo is a free double strike that he plays. He's going in with the double strike attack. I'm surprised Simon's not blocking. Potentially, I would potentially block with the battle card just because that's a double strike 30k or something, and it's if he negates that battle card dies, so he might as well block with it first.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All I've learned tonight is I'm a slam Oceanus card in all decks. I think that Oceanus is an excellent negate. I really do. It is 2 energy, I believe, but it's still so strong because it's a blocker and it kind of stops your opponent's turn. They're not swinging into Mill 5. Like, it's just not going to happen unless it's endgame. Mill 5 is insane. Like, that's, you only have to do that 10 times and your deck is gone, and you've already drawn into, I think, 36 cards. If you're playing a 50 card deck, when you start the game, you're at about in your 30s, 36 cards left in deck. That's, a few attacks and it's done. So they're not attacking through it. Sorry to go off topic.
No. And just so you know, I understood the words you said, but in a sentence, they meant nothing.
So that was that Shadow Dragon card, that negate that I was saying, it's black and you can put it in any deck.
Yeah. Yes.
It is very strong. I really like it. Because it's a blocker as well. It essentially stops 2 attacks.
Were you looking for that recently?
I was, and I bought it, and now I have it.
And I messaged you saying that I had it?
Yeah, but I already bought it before you messaged me, that's what.
No, I didn't have it, remember.
You messaged me and you said you had it, but you didn't have it. Yeah. That's right.
It's like a random battle card or something. You're like, oh, I'm not even sure it's the same character. But thanks, Tom.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Trying to help, you know.
So it's not looking good here for Hachiak. Hachiak on 2 energy, 2 life. I don't know. I mean, Simon is very good at getting himself out of precarious situations in this game, but 2 life and unawakened with Hachiak is very, very precarious. Like,
So how does Hachiak awaken?
he needs to have 3 cards underneath him to awaken. So each turn, that means turn 3 awaken every time. Each turn, you place a card from the top of your deck underneath your leader and draw a card and place one in the drop. And once there's 3 underneath, you awaken. So if you're playing against a slow deck, you can awaken with a lot of life. But here he's at 2 life. It's very, very painful.
Put under pressure.
Oof, he's going for game right now. So this is a game attack here. Benny's double strike on the leader. He's at 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65,
Ooh.
75, 75, 85k. And that's it. Good. That was a very quick game. So that's over. Game over.
Wow. Benny.
The thing is, I think, unfortunately, Simon just was under a lot of pressure there. 2 double strikes at 2 life. I don't know if he had negates or anything, but he didn't have any sparking. It was very, very quick. And this is the kind of deck I'm talking about. This King Vegeta deck is so powerful. That was turn 2, and he was able to kill his opponent. Or turn 3, I believe. And that's just insane. So powerful.
Look, the time as well, and it finished a bit before. They've still got 15 minutes on the clock, so about halfway.
Exactly right. I mean, that's crazy, right? We're already...
Yeah. And we're starting to look at, some players that have played a bit tonight, where everyone's warmed up. They all should be, on their toes, ready to, so...
And that is the Cybermen out of the tournament. There you go.
So who do we still have? Do we... No, we can't just drag them up. That's a bit unfair, isn't it?
These guys are well into their game. Cooler versus Baby.
Oh. So
Not
how's
back and forth. Cooler on 5 energy.
So Simon and Benny have finished, Shay. Simon got absolutely spanked turn 2.
Yeah, I saw the last attack there. I felt for Simon. That was horrible. I don't understand how King Vegeta, with Hatch on 2 energy, how he had so many damn cards. It was insane.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
So,
what can you do?
Do you want to join that game, or do you just want to hang out for a bit, show off some stuff that we have?
It's up to you. I mean, we can join that if you want.
Well, we got a bit of time. Show me something in the background there. I think you've got some nice shiny stuff. Can I actually, before we show you anything,
you know what? I can show you because I have just gotten a sub back today.
Oh, a little bit of a sub reveal.
I have not shown it to anybody except Shay and that. So I have this guy here. This is my first French SPRS. Let's see if we can get it in frame.
SPRS.
Son Goku, Hope of Universe 7. Or Son
but
Goku, Espoir de Universe 7.
Yeah, so what... So this is the Goku signature, right? The French one, because I can't see it yet. So what does it say? Like, why didn't they get the character... get the voice actor to sign it?
My guess would be some kind of licensing.
Why is every answer with this licensing?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like, it would be. It's definitely licensing. You know what, Tom? Go on my YouTube and watch my video about Dragon Ball licensing. I did a video.
I'm gonna have to.
Because
I did. I think I probably did because I do understand what's going on, but.
So what happens is, like, without going all the way into it, Dragon Ball IP is owned by one company. Not Toei, can't recall, Shueisha or something. And they license out all different parts of the IP to different companies, and different companies are allowed to do certain things with it. So, I mean, that's the answer of most questions about why couldn't they do something is probably licensing. It's
funny because I heard somebody talk about, like, when you talk about, like, Tournament of Power and all these sealed products, being counterfeit, one of the biggest issues is the plastic seal. And like with Dragon Ball, when you compare it to Pokemon and whatnot, like there's no like Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Super or whatever like on the plastic. and someone was saying that's because you can't cover the artwork due to licensing. So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I believe
it's just
that.
crazy.
I believe it. A couple of
Which
other
you probably
cards.
Well, you won't see, but I'm going to hold up a card. I'm not sure if you recognize it or you will recognize it.
Yes, I can see it.
Yeah, it's actually one that I had a plan for it, but I didn't follow through with that plan.
So Tom got that off me, signed by Sean Schemmel.
It is a beautiful card.
Here's my next card from my reveal. This is the winner stamped Sin Shenron SCR. Won't say I don't like that character very much, but you know,
Yeah,
it's a rare card, so that's why I sent it. I won't go through all of them. I got a
so
bunch
how long have these been away for?
These have been away since August. I want to say August last year.
Oh wow. What was that sent as? Is it just the normal?
Just economy or whatever it is. Not economy. The bulk or something.
Were you happy with results?
Yeah, I got all 10s except that SIG, which was a 9, of course.
Yeah.
And one other card was a 5. I got a bloody 5 on a random SPR, but lucky it wasn't something expensive. It was just, here you go, Captain Ginyu 5. Like, what the hell? It's a beautiful card, but it looks fine to me. I don't know. But the other one I'll show you guys is this Championship Finalist Merit card, PSA 10. Beautiful Goku there. Love it.
Is that the black Goku one?
It is... No, it's just a Merit card, so they're not... It's not an actual card you play, it's just a picture. It does have the proper back and everything. I'm sure it'll pop up in a moment for you.
Yep.
Really nice cards. Anthony Haynes says, Hatch can afford to wait until turn 3 to play its Unison, keep the energy up for the negate every turn. I agree. I think Simon was not expecting that amount of aggressive plays. But it's good.
No, that is... Yeah, I need to update mine. I actually have some nice cards coming in. This is... okay, we all know that I'm a Vegeta collector. There's no secret about it. Like, what I mean, no point hiding it. I guess for me, like, now the two that I have is the Son Goku Vegeta winner. Got that coming in at BGS 10, so I'm excited about that. But also the Vegeta making an entrance 9.5 winners card. That one. Those two are probably my absolute favorites.
I just sold that one. I was supposed to sell it to you, but I forgot. Whoops.
Oh, let's not talk about it.
This is my
That was
favorite
actually hilarious.
I'm showing you now.
Oh, yeah, they both came up on stream at the same time.
But I mean, I love that Vegeta. Do you have the Vegeta SIG? You do, right?
No, I did. But I'm getting one. I'm just waiting now.
You did, and then what happened?
I got it at a time where I really, really shouldn't. And I decided to do the right thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it was just, I think that's the whole thing with collecting. You kind of get a bit excited early on, start pushing cards that you really, really want. And if I really wanted, I could get it. Yeah. But I'm going to just wait and do it the right way.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I finally got all of those SIGs graded. They're not all 10s, but what can you do?
Yeah. No, what can you do? You've got a really nice Vegeta card sitting near your statue that I'm looking at.
Oh, which one? Which statue? This one?
It's signed.
I know
your Vegeta, Margin Vegeta one.
Yes, I just put it up.
Mm.
You'll see it shortly.
Yeah.
At all costs. It's a funny story with this because I was at Supernova and I went to get my giant... I'm not gonna take it down. I'll try and push it up here. But I've got a giant Goku leader card that was given as a prize. It's official. It's like massive. It fits in a frame.
It's yeah. So we just were discussing that on Zion. Null and Gary were talking about them.
So I got one of those, and I went to get it signed by Sean, and then I was like, I want to get a Vegeta thing signed too. I was like, what do I have? So I literally pulled this from a deck. And was like, at all cost Vegeta. It was a very strong card at the time, and I took it and got it signed. And it's just, I haven't graded it because I know that it was in my deck. So it can't be like that good quality. So I've just had it in this frame thing.
Looks good. Look, and I think that's the biggest thing, like with collecting. I love when I talk to players, and like, of course, I'm a collector, so
Yeah.
I like to ask them if they're interested in selling stuff. And truthfully, like, I love the players that say to me, "Look, if I have one, if I get doubles, yeah, I'll sell it."
Yeah.
But like, you know, for me, that's the best part about collecting is like all those
For
people
sure.
that basically have the story behind it. They've, you know, if they've earned it, you know, you talk to Gary. The stuff that he's earned, he's not getting rid of anything that he's, you know, earned himself or won, or, you know,
Yeah.
it's, you know,
I definitely
it's
feel
hard.
that, like, the things that I've won, well, the one that I won, my first ever original win, which is the freezer. I can bring it up and show all of my cards off. This card is the first thing I won. Unfortunately, they were giving these, you know, gold medal cards and trophies and all this shit out for regionals, and then COVID started happening and they started cutting costs, and I, of course, won then, and I got this one card. That was it. I got this card. That literally my only
He's
extra
out of
prize.
salty.
And I'm annoyed, but that's why I'm never going to sell this. Like, people have offered me in, you know, $10,000, $15,000 for it. And I'm not going to sell it because that is my my trophy, you know, my
What is?
award
I can't
for
see
winning.
it.
Hold on, I'll try and bring it.
What's it called?
It is called Emperor's Death Beam. It's actually an extra card, but there aren't many. There are only like under 10, I believe, in the world of these. But it's not. Yeah, exactly. People have offered me heaps of money. It's not about money. I don't really care about that. I don't want to sell it because it's a trophy to me.
Yeah.
So how are the other matches going? I feel like we should be getting there.
Oh, it is. It was
Wow,
great. So.
you just missed Baby Drop Food Shrouded on Cooler.
Oof.
Cooler responded with the Yamcha counterplay. And now Baby is swinging in with Leader. Cooler looks like he's on 2 or 3 life. I can't really tell with the colour of his
Sounds like
sleeves.
Cooler's going to lose.
Yeah, well, you know, you drop that Food Shrouded and it really limits your options as Cooler or anything.
I feel like you were going to... I thought you were going to say that Baby dropped Fu Shrouded and Cooler milled him out with Yamcha. That would have been awesome.
That would have been hilarious. Hey, so I've got a question that I've been wanting to ask all night. Can you tell us more, Thomas, about that television show that's playing behind you? It looks very interesting.
So, funny enough, we don't own a TV. We own a projector.
Oh, that's why it looks strange.
And yeah, we've just relocated to the home, and the one.
So you've moved in with your family?
My folks, yeah, just my parents during the lockdown. And the one thing that my partner had noticed, the first thing she noticed, she said, our screen now has a matte finish, and that's because on the paint, like, it's bubbled.
Oh,
and
right.
so, like, the TV now looks like a bit dull, a bit
Looks
blurry.
like you're watching a painting all the time or something.
Yeah, so it's a bit off-putting. So yeah, we've got a TV we could put there, but it's so much smaller. You get used to like the size.
Yeah.
You can't actually see the TV on stream, by the way.
But
you
you just see
there is like a projector behind through that door for anybody watching.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
okay, yeah. So yeah, it was a Chinese kind of like a talent show group.
I thought you were going to
Sure.
say a Chinese man gave you a projector or something.
Well, no, a wonderful, you know, I was going to say mother-in-law, but we're not married yet. My partner's mum. She sent us a nice projector.
So Cooler survived that turn.
Wow. Cooler still can't use any skills, but he can still use his leader skills. So extra cards are in the... Oh no, you can't use extra card skills either. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's got a Unison in play. He's got the Jiren Unison in play with 3 markers and the leader. Baby on 4 life though.
But does Jiren... I can't remember. Does Fu say any non-leader card skills?
I can't remember if it hits. Yeah, I don't know.
Sorry, who's playing Jiren again? Is it Ash?
Oh no, this is the Jiren Unison card, not the Jiren deck.
Oh, my
James
bad.
is playing
I got
the
excited.
Jiren deck.
So Shane and Ash are playing now. All right, who's your prediction then? Who's going to come out from the end of that match?
This match?
Yeah. Who's going to be in the grand final? Benny has to verse somebody.
Look, honestly, I think Look, this turn. Cooler can't do a great deal, right? So he's going to swing a couple of times, maybe. Might hardcast a battle card. Who knows? Shane's on more life. We got 6 minutes on the clock, and then 5 minutes of overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm gonna see if I can get
honestly,
this
it could
on
go
screen.
either way. It really could go either way.
Oh, this is exciting. So hang on. So Shane, we said at the start we didn't recognize. Like I didn't know Shane as a player, but as a collector. Or am I thinking somebody else?
No, that's
the same
right.
Shane.
I don't know the guy myself, other than having bought a few cards off him. But he's been involved in the game for a long time, so it makes sense that he would be across both aspects of the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, I've got the game on stream now, just for so people can watch.
Oof. All right.
And Ash representing the P. So do you know what? Like, as much as I'm rooting for Shane, I think everyone's wanted to see, WA versus Victoria. At least I know that Victoria has wanted to.
I think what people really want to see is the link to your Asus.
Yeah, Asus, link to my Asus.
Is it happened again?
Yes. You know what? I'm sorry, guys, but I'm just going to get my bottle of wine. I'll be back.
Don't be sorry. It's fine. I'll just hang out with link to my Asus.
It must have like a time limit or something.
I don't know. You came back for a second, but then you faded out again.
Yeah.
We've got 2 more rounds. This round, 1 more.
There we go. Let's go there. Let's do that. Oh. Whoa. Sorry, guys. I'm not sure exactly what's the reason for that. I think I'm just going to get a camera next time.
What are you using, your phone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it back up? Hang on.
It is. Ash should
there
win,
is.
apparently.
Oh, excuse me.
Look at this. This is my dog. She's adorable.
Oh, do you want it? Let's do pet cams.
Rosie. She's a star. Everybody on the Cybermen who watches the Cybermen channel knows Rosie. I bring her on all the time. She's very tired.
I'm very surprised my cat hasn't annoyed me more. He usually, because my keyboard is my laptop's also touchscreen, and it has a little
I saw
like
that.
a tablet.
What the hell? You got one of those? Holy shit!
Yeah, and his paw touches it, so it's not just typing. It's like here he is. Thank you. Just speaking.
Awesome. There you go.
Coming. But
I saw him go past earlier.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the time where he gets feisty.
I'm gonna put her back.
It's pretty chill. Much more chill than Monkey, my cat.
Go to bed, darling. Go to mum.
I couldn't see. Is your dog a pug?
That is a pug. That is my pug, Rosie. She's 1-year-old.
Oh, so she's young.
She is.
Yeah, so I did ask when. You see, we go back to that story quickly where there was a card I wanted to buy off you and never happened. I messaged Shay and I said, Shay, how do I get Sam back? And he said, take his dog. And I go, okay.
Is this gonna? Am I turning into Liam Neeson or something? What's happening? Oh, not Liam Neeson. What's his name? Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah. What is that? Johnny Wick.
Yeah, John Wick. Yep.
John Wick. Yeah, Johnny Wick.
Wait, does Liam Neeson happen to a dog as well? I can't remember.
Oh gosh, probably.
There's a new movie coming out that just came out called Pig, and someone steals Nicolas Cage's pig, and he goes and beats everybody up.
Is that actually?
Apparently, it's good.
Is it good? It sounds hilarious.
Apparently, it's supposed to. It got a really good rating, which surprises me because Nicolas Cage movies that sound like that, you just assume they're going to be absolutely terrible, or over the top ridiculous.
Exactly. Well, I just think of that.
It got like 8 out of 10 or something on Rotten Tomatoes, which is insane. Wow. I might watch it eventually. So it looks like it's 2 life versus 3 life here. They should be on turn 2 now, are they? They in time now, Shay?
Yeah.
They're not in overtime yet. No.
Oh, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Oh, in chat they think it's overtime, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 minutes left.
Is it overtime though, or is it just time?
No, that's overtime.
All right.
Oops. We'll give him extra 5 minutes. That was my mistake.
You were a mistake. Sorry, that was harsh.
Everyone. Is that? Or should I just say 2 minutes or 5 minutes? What's the call, Shay?
Well, it's 2 minutes on the clock.
Yeah,
and people
that's the
can count.
overtime.
So
So say 2 minutes.
I reckon.
They're on turn 1. Glad someone's paying attention. Got set one pass in chat sorting us out. And I forget, I'm pretty sure that's Tyson. But I keep forgetting people who your names are on YouTube. I apologize.
Oops.
So I've seen that that new extra card in energy a few times and in drop for Ash, but I haven't seen him use it.
The SR.
Yeah.
The extra. Yeah.
Dylan has been chatting about that as well. I haven't seen anybody use it yet. It's definitely free, like it's good free meal, but
excuse me.
I'm not sure. Tyson,
Oh,
yeah, turn
Gary.
2 actually.
Gary gave him the time call.
So what, they went to time, did they?
No, Gary's keeping time and told him.
Okay.
It was overtime.
So we got
It's 40 seconds left.
Baby tapping out for the Baby Unison, believe it or not. So this Unison is the one I was talking about where you usually see this in the Baby deck. He must run Raditz and this, because this is Shane.
The same
right?
player, yeah. This
that
is
we were
Shane.
watching earlier. So this Baby Unison is one of the first kind of really good Unisons for blue. It has a +2, which is already really good because it's hard to get rid of, and it just draws you extra cards, which has been a problem previously in blue decks. The hand size is not amazing. Probably again you noticed that in the starter deck in
That's time.
app. That's time, is it? So what do we got in terms of life? I feel like they're both on 3, but it could be 2 on Ash's side.
I think it's 2.
He's
on
extending.
Ash's
Gary has
Hi, I'm
extended
D-Mooks.
due to Baby being slow playing. Okay.
What's up, man? Morning, guys from
Gary?
Massachusetts. What's been performing well? Any new decks doing well? Also, hope everyone is doing well. Well, we are doing well, thank you. It's about 9:30 p.m. here. I'm on the wines. Thomas is drinking a nice solo. Shay's probably on some beers. I'm not sure because we can't see him.
Man, I have water. I'm not even on anything.
Wow, that's impressive.
I know.
I just realised that I think there's one card left in Baby's deck.
Serious?
That's interesting. So that means, if Baby doesn't win this turn, that means that Ash would automatically win.
Okay. So yeah, see, I was just talking to Gary, and in his professionalism, he said it's being extended.
There you go. It looks like he's just scooped. Sorry to interrupt.
What does that mean?
It means he just picked his last card in his deck up, so he's saying
Black smoke. Nice.
that he loses, yeah, and he was showing the black smoke. So Ash won. It is
Nice.
Perth
There we
versus
go.
Melbourne for the final.
Wow.
Wow, Cooler versus
Hey
King
Swan,
Vegeta.
I'm sorry,
This
Hey
will be an
Swan, if I'm
interesting
saying
match.
the name wrong. Hey Swan. We haven't seen any new decks on stream. We did have a set 14 yellow Goku in the first round, but he got knocked out. This is a knockout tournament. He got knocked out in the first round. We're going into the final here, which is going to be Cooler versus... What is Benny playing again? King Vegeta. So... Still older decks. It goes along with what I've seen and what I've heard from players that the newer Set 14 decks just don't seem to perform as well as older decks. Set 14 is seeming like more of a power-up to your older decks in terms of things like King Vegeta, things like Cooler with the new Negate, and the black decks obviously with the new Gogeta and things like that. But no new decks have done well. Although we didn't see too many played, did we, Shay? It doesn't sound like he's there anymore, and Thomas is on mute, so I'm talking to myself. We only had one new deck, I believe, which is unfortunate. We tried to encourage the guys to go out there and play some newer decks, but I think the tried and true is still up there with the best of the bunch at the moment. Blue Baby obviously getting up here. We did have 2 Blue Babies, one in the semi-finals here, and the grand final coming up very shortly. That we will be seeing King Vegeta, which we have seen a lot of lately in the competitive scene. So we're going to be putting Where is... Let me just grab the guys and put them in the right room. Let's pop this out. Apologies, guys. Bear with me while I get this set up. Participants have not joined yet. I'll keep an eye on that. We're going to grab Benny. And I'm not sure where Ash is. Oh, Thomas was chatting, sorry. I like being an admin of this Discord. It's really fun. You can just chuck players around. So if they're in a game, if they're in a room chatting or playing, you can take them out and put them somewhere else. It's hilarious. How's it in Boston? It must be getting on to summer in Boston, is it? I don't know. Or maybe it's summer now. Is it hot there? I don't know if you're still watching. Hey, Swan. Hopefully we'll get people in games very shortly. Final round about to come. This is obviously a knockout tournament. We've got...
So...
Hello. Yes, Tom.
Shay?
No, Shay's not listening.
Present.
Oh, he is.
I can't hear Sam.
Can you not hear me now?
Is he talking?
I don't know. I
It
assume
looks like
he
he's
is.
muted himself. Go by the mute icon.
I don't know. In Skype, you mean?
Oh, so I can't unmute him.
Nah,
Doesn't-
I'd say he's...
Sorry.
There we go.
I don't know what... I didn't do that, so I'm not sure.
Huh.
Must have just been me changing Discord rooms or something that did it.
All cool.
But we are nearly ready to go. Benny versus Ash in room 1, hopefully very shortly. Are we okay to bring them in now?
Yeah, we're going to bring them in now.
I don't know which one Ash is. Is it Aeontron? Yes.
I believe it's Aeontron.
Sweet.
It
Gary
is.
can jump in. We've asked everyone else to watch on stream just to reduce lag time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't get in, can they? It's
Yeah,
not
in the other
on
group,
channel.
they can't get in, except us and Gary, obviously.
Gary.
It'd be good for them to watch on stream. The final round coming up. Let's get them
What's
on
Benny
stream
showing?
now.
It's like a gacha game.
Benny
Okay.
playing... Oh, it's probably Dragon Ball Legends or something, is it? Yeah, that is definitely Mr. Satan, Hercule.
Yeah.
So these guys are siding now. They're looking through their side decks. Cool to see. So for anybody who's just joined us, this is best of one, and they are able to side when they see their opponent's leader. So they get to see their leader and side in things that they think will obviously help. Something cool to keep it friendly. We're not trying to... This is a invitational tournament. It is not a super competitive tournament. So we wanted to keep it light as a best of one, but also give them the option to side so there's less random chance in the games. We got Dylan Fury in the chat. What's up, man?
Yes.
Sorry you lost.
Dylan.
Sweaty King Vegeta, of course. Yep. Benny with the... He's going to... It's potentially going to be a win for Melbourne here. We got Perth running up the rear. I think if you looked at this matchup, just on leaders alone, King Vegeta has probably got the advantage. He's just such a powerful deck. But it'll be interesting to see how they go about it.
Do you know what? I really... My hope here, though, I just feel there's some secret, some hidden trap that, they've all been working on all week, and it's going to come out in the grand final.
Against
That's what I'm hoping.
King Vegeta, you mean?
Partners are always going to sleep doing the duty. Good job.
You're gonna have to.
No.
You're gonna see. The thing is, like, King Vegeta is a deck that most players would have prepared for. Most players will know that it's going to be played. It's one of the best decks out at the moment, and that's what people will be looking at in terms of side decks. So you saw Ash sided a bunch of cards there.
Yeah.
There is a side option in red or in cooler that I think is really cool for King Vegeta, which is there's a 1-drop extra card that allows you to negate or minus 25,000 off one of your cards to minus 25,000 off one of theirs. It's a really cool artwork. You'll probably know it. It's Goku from Dragon Ball using the Dragon Fist to go through King Piccolo. Straight through his stomach. Really cool. And that card helps because in King Vegeta, he plays battle cards on your side of the field that give you debuffs that I was telling you earlier. So you want to get rid of them. So you can use that card to get rid of their battle card on your side of the field and their battle card on their side of the field.
Okay.
As well as milling them a card, which is nice. Yeah, Dylan saying you're welcome. That's Dylan. Dylan and the guys were talking about that, so they thought of that. I don't know if other people have caught on to it. They probably have. But it's something that Dylan was really looking at using against King Vegeta.
So tell me, leading up to this Friday, this match, this tournament, did the Cybermen kind of get together, have a bit of a plan of attack?
I didn't. I've been like out of action,
dying in hospital
thing, in hospital and things like that. And the guys unfortunately were planning to, and they only really got together this afternoon quickly to have a quick chat and do a little bit of testing. So they didn't get as much testing in as they'd like.
Yeah.
But that's fine. I mean, Dylan, for example, is the king of cooler. He's been playing this deck for a long time, so he didn't need that much practice. It just depends on the new cards, but we didn't see many new decks today, so that kind of negates that disadvantage. You can see the King Vegeta player, Benny, played Raditz. That's the Raditz promo on Dylan's side of the field, which automatically deals 1 damage at the start of the game, which is pretty crazy, meaning his opponent is on 7 life to start.
I enjoyed that you called Ash Dylan, by the way.
Oh no, I was talking about Dylan because he's in the chat. So Dylan has played a lot of cooler. He didn't need the practice, but Ash, I'm not sure how they're going. Like Tom said that they were practicing earlier in the week together.
Yeah, they were definitely. I don't know what they were doing practicing, but you could just tell the type of people they are. They probably have been.
Yeah, I mean, they're always on top of it on the ball.
Yeah.
On PX3, you see Jimmy and the guys all posting and deck ideas and things like that. They know what they're doing. They know how to play. I kind of don't know. Yeah, it's hard to tell because half the time those battle cards that he's putting out are on his opponent's side of the field.
Yeah. Okay, so
just look at the draw power on this thing, though. It's insane.
Yeah, crazy, right? Unfortunately, without having locals recently, we haven't played. This deck's been out for a whole set, and I haven't seen anybody play it before, other than the match we just watched before, like half of the match we just watched. I know, and I know from American tournaments and things like that it's been extremely powerful, but we haven't really seen it much at all.
I only saw Jono Maura from our locals run it maybe once or twice when the set first released. That's
right, yeah.
I haven't seen it since then. I feel like I haven't seen anything since then. COVID kind of is a thing.
Yeah. Unless you're playing in the big tournaments, you're not really playing much at all these days.
So the only thing to quickly just mention about this game, and I don't know what it's like in normal tournaments, there's no time limit here. We're not going to go to the end. We're just going to have a straight-up victory.
That's good. So in normal tournaments, in the final... God, I can't remember because we haven't been in one in a long time. I feel like they give them extra time. I can't remember.
Extra time, yeah.
I'll tell you, I was talking about with the guys earlier today. I've probably been gone to time like twice in the whole time I've ever played. I don't see it as something that happens a lot, but it's happening a lot today. It just depends on the meta at all. Like, it's slowing down at the moment, as someone was saying in chat earlier. So we do see slower matches. But I generally play aggressive decks, so my decks either win or lose quickly.
Yeah.
So he's got that freezer out again, which is a really cool card. Freezer Death's Embrace. I really like the artwork on that card. I've always liked the artwork on that card. It's Freezer in his little floating thing. Chip, you know he floats in that little thing when he's in his first form. It's like a
Yeah.
little personal wheelchair or whatever, without wheels and floating.
It just reminds me of Simon for some reason.
I've always liked. I just think that card looks so sick. Doing his death ball. It's probably against Planet Vegeta or something. Perfect match. Frieza destroying the planet that they're protecting.
Pretty much. That's pretty. Explains it pretty well. The whole series. All right, sorry. So I was just actually setting up something else for after, because I have to give something away.
That's right. That's true. I didn't even think of that. The Mavstar, who, God, I'm terrible, right? Gavin, I think. He said that part of going to time is that on webcam you can't pick up your opponent's cards and read them like you would be able to in real life.
Yeah.
So you have to look them up on the internet or ask your opponent what it does, and it takes time.
That takes a bit more time.
That's something that I haven't thought about, because I've always said I don't know why they give extra time for webcam games. It's easier to get to a webcam thing than an actual physical table in real life. But that makes sense. No, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that does make sense actually. But in saying that as well, I think a lot of these plays, I think once you get to the end,
Your camera went away again.
I wonder what it is. It says it's still connected.
Give away your victory strike.
Maybe we should do a giveaway of that victory strike.
Sorry. Oh, you're gone
Most
again.
big
So,
English.
Sean Schemmel signed Goku, Tom.
yeah, we should give away that Goku. Since weren't you going to do a giveaway with it?
Yeah.
That was the idea.
You know you're gone again, right? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I'm fixing it. I've got a camera that I'm gonna just use next time. Yeah. So I think it must be a time thing or something, maybe. So the giveaway. Actually, do you know what the frustrating thing is? It's coming, or everything's coming. So I can't show you what I'm giving away. There is one of these, unless we don't give it away and we just open up on stream, and then I enjoy the rewards.
Imagine you give it away and it's a god one like Shay got.
Oh,
For anybody watching, you should check out our last video before this one. Shay opened up a premium pack that had a god pack and an SCR in it.
Not just any SCR.
No, the Goku Frieza SCR. Pretty bloody insane.
And the funny thing is, the thing that I took away from it was how, he's like, I'm shaking. And I'm
I'm pretty sure he threw the
tell.
SCR on the ground. He's just like, oh, I'm done, and threw it away.
I got so excited, honestly. I just I didn't know how to react. I was gonna open every one of those premium packs, but I was just like, nah, I'm done. I'm out.
Gavin wants all the nice Yamcha cards, please.
Yeah. But even the first box, you had that, in the space of an hour, you opened one box.
Yeah.
One premium pack.
It was insane. I feel like Gavin actually won something from me before. Didn't you win a box of a set before off me? From memory.
Hey, who's Gavin in chat?
Gavin is the Mavstar. He's a nice Yamcha card for you, mate. Oof, look at that. Beautiful. I love this one. One fair and square by me.
I'm waiting to see it.
It'll come up eventually. I hope Ash wins this.
Yeah,
it's very tight.
What? Yeah, who in chat is going for who? I think that's that I'm curious about.
Here you go. Hold on.
Oh, there. Yep. Honestly, hope Ash wins. An Annie box or an anniversary box.
Oh, Annie box. That's right. There you go.
How did I not win anything?
I think we didn't know you then.
Oh, that's a pretty lame excuse.
Did that poll
didn't
even come
know
through?
me.
I don't know. I just did a poll. Did it pop up in the chat?
There you
go.
Ash or Benny? Oh, I can't pick. I'm not allowed, right? If I don't pick, do I not say the poll?
You won't even know. They won't know who it is.
3 left.
Oof, Benny's winning so far.
Benny's a bit of an underdog here. Not underdog, but I think because everyone knows the caliber of player. But I don't know. I just feel everyone knows the Perth boys. At least whenever I spoke to people, it was like, yeah, Stubbs, King Vegeta.
Stubbs got out in first round, did he?
Yeah, who was he playing?
I feel like it was
I have
Benny.
to pull that up
Was
again.
it? Maybe not.
No, maybe we did.
That's right, the wheel spin, yeah. Well,
Yeah, I got
congrats,
the
mate.
wheel
I know
spin.
it was a while ago. I'll do another giveaway soon. For, if you're people watching, Shay will know, I accidentally bought an extra case of Supreme Rivalry, the last set, amazingly.
Oh, I saw you trying to
Shay,
trade it.
since I told you about that, Shay, an extra 6 boxes as well. Just randomly. Because I definitely
Supreme
need
Rivalry.
that. So, yeah, of Supreme Rivalry. I might give one away. Ooh, 50-50 Ash or Benny. That's interesting. So
Have you had a chat with the rep to see if you can return them or at least swap them for
no,
currency?
he said we can't.
What the?
He said they don't have any cross spirits to swap for.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna try and swap them, or I'll just keep the case. Like, you know, I can sell it later for profit, whatever.
So yes, it was round 1 was Benny versus Jason. That would have been a good
He
game.
accidentally buy a case. So it's a funny story. Because we have our own store, like you guys would know. We don't sell much. We sell only rarely a little bit. But what it means is we get to buy at cost price. Secret. I probably shouldn't say that. But anyway. And we put orders through. You don't pay until they get sent. So I could put an order in for set 16 or whatever now. 20 cases. And I wouldn't have to pay for it until it gets sent. And we put through heaps for set 14, forgot about it. They got sent out, we got them, and then they didn't get all the stock for us. So they're just like, well, you won't get these now. And I'm like, fine. And then they got them back in, and they sent them out and charged me. And I was like, hold on a minute. They came yesterday.
No.
Like, I was like, oh, sick, a case, awesome. And it was the wrong set. Anyway.
It was Supreme Rivalry. Oh gosh.
Yeah. Bit of a sad thing, but you know, it's that set is more playable than this one. That's the only thing. But I want that Goku Freezer. I still don't have it.
Yeah.
Shay's got 73 of them.
You got 3.
73.
I'm actually wallpapering my room with them.
Yeah. No, gosh, I wonder sometimes, like the comments on Facebook. I can't resist. You know, especially from the Cybermen. Anytime I see Dylan commenting, Shay commenting,
We're the biggest trolls. That's why.
I know.
Hence the name, the Cybermen. Man, come on, you got to read that article. Like, we are the biggest trolls.
And every time you post anything with photos of you guys, Dylan takes it, photoshops it, and puts his face everywhere. It's like, oh, just.
Dylan is the vainest person ever. I hope you're watching.
But he has the worst camera. The worst camera.
Yeah, he
Potato
uses
cam.
a potato to take pictures, actually.
Yeah. And I want. Oh, anyway.
So Ash is winning in the poll. It's very close, 56-44. So for anybody who doesn't know these players, Ash is number 1, and Benny is player 2 down the bottom. Hold on, let's just do this.
I thought you were ranking them in like the
Bang.
world.
We can do a little bit of fun things here. We can put their names.
Ash is number 1 player. Benny's only.
So I mean, Ash is here on the top, and Benny is here. You can see their names. They should pop up now. Benny playing King Vegeta and Ash playing Cooler.
So that Crown of Retribution happening.
Yes, Crown of Retribution is a card that we don't see too often, but it is very good. For Thomas and other people that don't know, when that card is played, if your opponent has 2 or more energy in active mode, they get to see your hand and choose a multicolor card or a battle card with 20,000 power or less and place it in the drop, or 10,000 power or less.
So we've seen the secret rare. He should know what could come.
What was it? The dragon, obviously.
Yeah, the dragon was there. Oh, what was those last cards? Was that the Vegeta? Oh, I just missed it though.
Just see Vegeta everywhere.
I'm trying to get this in a place where you can read this. Anyway.
Gosh, I got both up and I keep looking at the stream and then looking at
the stream's
the
delayed
live
for
stream.
you. So
It is, yeah.
Yeah. I won't tell
I'm
you,
used to
I
looking
opened
at
up
it.
2 boxes, got the Majin Buu SCR, and then a God box with Frieza. Holy shit. You won't tell me that. Oh, thanks, Gav. Thanks, mate. Jesus Christ. He opened up 2 boxes and got 2 SCRs. And a God pack.
It's
The
just
luck is
ridiculous.
crazy, man. Holy shit.
I've been tempted to get a box, but I'm being a good boy. I'm saving. I'm not buying. Just gonna wait this one out.
That's good. I didn't buy boxes of this either. I didn't buy
Just
any. I'm
bought
just
a
like
case of
relying
the
on
other
Shay
one.
to give me all the commons so I can play the game.
Yeah. So how many cases do you have of Supreme Rivalry? Just the one remaining now?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. Well, I've got 1.5.
Got 1.5. Gosh.
Oh, poor Simon. Simon's upset that he lost. Said it was unacceptable. That's okay, Simon. Sorry, that's in our private chat. Maybe I shouldn't read it out. Simon's deck is very good anti-meta. He just needs to really work on it, I think.
Yeah. It's really good anti-meta. I love it.
He won't like me saying this, but that's the fastest I've seen Simon lose in this game ever. Like, I've never seen him be dismantled just so completely, so quickly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Simon is the kind of player that will make you work for it, and the game will go to time every
usually
time.
always has an answer.
Putting that Goku Freezer into my Yamcha deck because shenanigans. Yeah, I mean, burn 2, pretty good. But then at the same time, wouldn't you just pay 5 for that rare Goku ape that has deflect and just burn 2 with that? Instead of like worrying about Trunks?
What does burn mean?
Burn means automatic, like force your opponent to take a life without attacking, just by skill.
Yeah, okay.
So the Yamcha deck leader has a skill that if you would burn a life, you burn an extra life once per game.
Yeah.
So if you play that Goku Freezer, you can burn a life with it and then burn an extra life. What the hell is Benny doing? He's going for Game Hero, I assume?
Yep, it looks that way.
Yeah.
Well, you know that the cooler has at least... Because that those freezers can neg the leader too. So you can do 20k with that already.
It's a hell of a lot of combo power, though.
And cooler tends to have a lot of multicolor cards as well, so you might not be able to combo with them.
Yeah, super combos to untap energy are nice too. But look at this, 40k, 50k, 60k, 70, 80,
90, 95.
95 plus 15, 110.
Plus 15, Jesus.
Yeah.
And he's got 2
Here we
cards
go.
he's thinking about comboing as well. Classic Benny.
Yeah,
And Ash hasn't.
be like another overarm card there. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, he probably will like put an overarm out if he gets out
Well,
of this.
Yeah, and he hasn't swung with Unison either.
This is double strike, I assume. Yeah, he hit with the champion.
Yeah.
Someone said, too bad can't turn 2 Zell Zeno with you. AOD turn 2 Zell Zeno. I've done turn 2 Zell Zeno with the Zeno... What was it? Zeno Toa. That was fun. Against Wade, actually, who played in this tournament.
Poor
He wasn't
Wade.
happy with me.
Did that 9-drop slug, right?
Yeah,
Is it slug?
9-drop slug and just like whatever else. A 3-drop to
Funny.
get me to thing. You could do it on turn 2. It's so strong.
I feel like for somebody that has no idea what's going on, I'm like sitting in this suspense. Because like I know what comboing is, and that's
Yeah.
just a lot of cards.
The thing
I'm
is, like,
staring at that going-
if Ashley hasn't scooped here, then he really thinks he might be able to win.
Yeah.
Like, there's a possibility.
What is he? What can he have, though? What can he have to...
Well, he's got 30k without even revealing his hand.
Oh.
40,
He's activated his 2
40k
little donkeys.
potentially without revealing his hand. What has he got in his hand now? Benny.
Benny
That's
just
his-
picked up
that's
from the
his drop.
combo line.
Must be with the drop, is it? Or was it?
Nah, that's...
It's got
That
to be
looks
game.
like a man that's about
If he have a super combo, he can untap another energy, but I think he's saying... I'm pretty sure he's going to lose. Turn 2, heartfelt plea. But then you can only have 1 in your deck, right? Yeah.
Is that it?
So he's saying he should have negated, but he didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. And that is it. Benny wins
Wow.
the Zion Tournament of Zion. Benny is the official
Wow.
winner. He won the fastest round as well, getting
Yep.
extra prizes.
He
man
won
is
the
getting
even
cashed up.
faster.
Yeah, well...
He did the fastest round as well. Not just the fast round, but the fastest round.
Yeah, he did in the last one, right?
Yeah,
All
that's
that
crazy.
speed.
I'm just gonna quickly
okay.
jump.
That makes sense, I
on.
guess. He remove 20k. Yeah, he picked up 4 combo. Kind of makes sense.
Alright,
I would
I'm
just
gonna
put a
come back to
dice,
stream
but
straight
that's
away.
fine. Pretty strong, man. Like, you know what I'm sad about that Heartfelt limit to 1? Because Heartfelt was okay in decks that it was supposed to be played in, like my red yellow baby. And now my red yellow baby just does nothing because Heartfelt and Pan are limited to 1, or I think it's Pan banned. I don't know, but like now I just can't play it because that was part of the pretty much one of the biggest parts of the deck. Next tourney, let's do non-meta, please. Feel most people today played fun decks in anticipation of no meta. Yeah, so there are a couple of people that played fun decks, and then a few people that played meta decks, and we can see the meta decks got into the top here.
Yeah, and sadly, there's a reason they are the meta.
Yeah, and I think with the tournament, either way, it's like, how do you prevent that completely? We'd have to get deck lists in the start and get them like pre-approved and defined meta. And...
Where do you draw the line on what is meta?
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, but that was really intense. I'll just quickly say a little word to them, but then jump back. But I'm not sure how do you end stream usually? Do we keep going for a bit?
I usually just say goodnight, but whatever you want to do, man. Look at that. Benny's showing off the Cybermen for us. He's got the Cybermen on the screen in his card. What a ledge. Love it.
He knows.
So Benny for the win. Nice work.
Yeah. The poll ended with Ash, though.
Yeah.
Everyone was rooting for him.
The community thought Ash... I don't know if they thought Ash would win or they wanted Ash would win. I didn't really ask a question. Very broad question. But...
Maybe they're just saying who's alphabetically in order.
Yeah, you're right. But that was a good tourney. I think that was really successful. I think it would be good. Someone suggested non-meta next time. I think it would be good to maybe set some parameters around the decks. If we're doing invitationals or things like this, we're not doing, or you guys, I should say, are not doing necessarily like trying to be really competitive tournaments or anything.
No.
It'd be cool to do things like maybe you have to use this set or you have to use a leader from this set or something like that.
Like a set. Yeah. I
You could even do like, you have to use a leader from set 5. Your deck can be whatever, but your leader has to be from set 5. And it would make some really creative decks.
No, I like
something cool to watch. But I think
definitely.
That was really good.
And I think this is just the beginning of what can be. We probably, before anything, we have to thank everybody that's kind of like pitched in, and like you've said, Gary Baker, he's been the head judge of tonight, and there's been times where I've completely mind blown the time, putting people. He sent me photos of the tournament list and who's going in next, like just absolute. Plus he's done it plenty of times. I get it, but still, like it's just grateful to have him here helping in that. And yourself and Shay, like that I've been messaging you guys all the time. So for an amateur that has never played a game in my life to actually say let's run a tournament, I'm absolutely over the moon with how it's kind of resulted. We've had a lot of people entertained. I think the players in the end are getting, there's a lot of players getting some amazing products, which I'll mention after. But so I'm really proud of this, and I know that Zion, our Facebook page, it's really focusing on the community side. We are an auction page, but primarily my job and the team, the admin, they're all pitching in to do whatever we can for the community, because this hobby, between collectors and players, I think we both kind of need each other for this hobby to kind of succeed. But I do want to give a quick shout out. Like we said, we got the Burning Binders on Facebook if you want to find them. Legends, they're making this binder, which I've shown before, but show again. Like you said, Gary from CTP Gaming has donated a booster box to be split amongst the top 4. And finally, Darcy from Palmos Gaming donating. I actually haven't seen it yet. I'm kind of scared, but there's loose packs, binders, boxes, lollies, essentials.
Yeah.
A huge thank you for them.
Legends, those guys. all of the guys.
Just,
I
yeah.
mean, and thanks to you as well, Tom and Isaac, for organising. I know the community is really appreciative, and we love stuff like this. Like, it's something that
Yeah.
a lot of Australia is not able to go outside, not able to go to your locals and play cards. So it's something that we really appreciate you being able to organise for the team and for all the teams and for the players. And I know the hype around it's been awesome. Everybody's really keen. It's great of all the people donating. It's great of Gary to donate his time, which is awesome.
Yeah.
For anybody watching who doesn't know of Zion, I've got the link to their group in the description. So jump on that, have a look. Do auctions, do chat about collecting. We have some really cool big collectors in Australia in that group, showing off their cards, and it's just a really nice community to have a chat and show off what you got. And there's a lot of players in there as well, so it's a really nice community to be involved in.
Thank you.
So I think that's kind of it. I want to say, obviously, thanks from my part for Palms Off Gaming for being our sponsor. Check the link in the description. We have the Cybermen code for 10% off. And yeah, just thanks everybody for watching. And we'll hopefully bring you another tournament from Zion very soon.
Yeah, definitely.